I can feel the anger.
Thank you, ma.
But before I speak, greetings to you. And greetings to all the panelists and our sweetheart Mama Diaspora and all the listeners. And I also want to sincerely thank all of you. I can feel your anger, Elvis. I can also feel the pain. And I agree with you. There is no way we will talk about the loss, innocent loss of our people, that our emotion will not be involved, except we are not human, and accept we belong to the satanic people, as you call them. But if you are human and blood flows through you, and we hear of the death of our innocent people, and we are joining people to think it is normal, then we too are satanic. Because there is nobody that God has created that's supposed to die like fowl. But people are dying like fowl, and those who are supposed to be in the main media, they are laughing over the nonsense the people that contributed to it have said, and that become normal, and they smile at the studio. It is a disappointment. And I agree with you, 100%, Elvis. But then, I want my people, my children, to understand one thing, that we are officially in war in Nigeria. Because if we will compare the recent war between Israel and Iran, how many people did they lost in this war? Is it up to what we are losing in Nigeria almost every month? Is it up to? These are people that fought with guns, bombs, and everything. They declared war and they fought with every instrument that they have manufactured for war. Yet the people they lost cannot be compared to the people we are losing every day in Nigeria. And those who are in power will not talk about it. The so-called daddy GOs in Nigeria will not talk about it. And we are here laughing and talking what? Your heart is not bleeding because it has not affected. It's not bleeding because it has not affected your family member. And if that is your thinking, then you are part of the satanic people that Elvis always talking about. But the time for us that believe in the truth to shine our 32 teeth and think all is well. It is not well. And we must fight this and win it. And the day of the real battle is 2020 on election date. That is the day we are going into the field to confront the monster, the evil genius and the satanic people that have destroyed our nation, and they are continuing to destroy it, and they don't care. And that 2027 is a war we must win. And for us to win that war, we must prepare strategy. So therefore, if you do not want to be part of us, go to them. Stop coming to this platform to talk rubbish. The platform is dedicated to fight a battle. And the weapon we have is truth. So if you do not want to believe in truth, you are a chameleon, you are a tortoise, say get out. Because our land is bleeding every day. If we do not hear killing in Nigeria, if they don't find our people in the north, they are finding our people in the south, they are finding southeast, southwest, and we think it is normal. This is not normal. See, let me tell you people one thing, and this is a message I am bringing to everybody as I come back to draw in this battle preparation. If me and you refuse to fix Nigeria, we will peace. We will die in pieces. Because the Bible says there shall be no peace for the wicked. So with the truth we have known, if we refuse to apply the truth to rescue Nigeria and build a new Nigeria for our children, we will all die in pieces. There will be no peace for us. Over my dead body, will that happen? So we are preparing for your war. So guide your garment. Thank you, my beloved Elvis.
Thank you very much, ma. I appreciate you.
Peace with all of us.
Amen. Thank you, ma. That was a wonderful submission from Mama Esho. Thank you very much, Mama Esho, for bringing your voice back again, because this whole thing is too much for one person to carry. I forgot to greet my mother and many of you right there. Mother for Mommy Diaspora, good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for always being there for us. I appreciate you always. Thank you, my lovely brother, Abu Azi. God bless you. Thanks for always being there. Thank you so much, everyone. Right there, we have lots of comments on the comment section. I might not be able to mention all names, but I just want you all to know that I appreciate you all. Best Max, Adewale James, thank you, Black Panther, and many, many, many more. And Peggy Modi, thank you very much. Madam Stella Masaredo, and many, many others right there. I appreciate you all. Mike Akimbare, I can see you as well. Thank you. Madam Bella Naomi, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Just do your part by pressing on the like button. And for those of you who have already supported the channel, thank you very much. And Blessed Lady, I'm very, very grateful. May your pocket never, ever, ever run dry. For those of you that want to join the panel, this is the best time for you to come in so that we can take this whole thing together. For those of you that want to call in, you can continue to call in right now. Once I call in my panelists, I might not pick your call later. Yes, I understand that a lot of people have been calling in recently, and I only just pick one or two. I'm done. Yes, because for me, I don't want to be here for the whole day or the whole evening. It's not easy. So the time given to you to call in, always call in at that time. Quickly, let's take 2 to 3 minutes and talk. Then I go to the panelists. But when the whole discussion does the hot, you now see people calling around 11 or 12. I don't pick calls at that time. Once it's past 10 p.m., I won't pick your call. I want you to have that in mind, please. All right, I would like to come into the panel right away. Black Panther, you are the first on the panel. I'd like you to talk to us. Good evening to you, my brother.
My brother. Your fire. Good temper. And enjoy yourself. Don't worry. What you propose in your heart that is good will come to pass. Don't worry yourself too much. Don't look at the personality. We will map it out here. We will say it, the possibility and the impossibility. We will all say it here. We will see it. If you want to divide,
pattern, my brother,
if you want to divide Nigeria, then let's divide it.
My brother, the question is that, do you think they will give Peter Obi ticket in ADC?
They will give it to Peter Obi. It has happened before. It will happen again. It's Nigeria now.
With this one that Atiku have moved 100% now, they will give Peter Obi the ticket.
I said, then go give Peter Obi. Forget Atiku. The forces that will come behind Peter Obi and go for Atiku. Atiku will come down. He has done it before. We have done it before now. I don't know how they shake ourselves. It happened in Abiola time. Atiku refused. They go meet her for a house. He stepped down. You don't get choice. This will not be such way I'm going to move myself for. I don't know what. Moku, see, let us look at it. Before I go ahead, I would like to thank everybody. Mr. Nigeria, may God bless you. Mommy Diaspora, thank you so much. Mommy, more grace to you. To everyone out there, blessings to everyone. Look, see, we should put everything on the round table. Let's divide it into two. The possibility and the impossibility. Let's pick our tent. Now, Atiku Obi in ADC. Who are they going to give the ticket? I say Obi. The reason is this. The normal terms that was given, which Atiku broke in PDP, cannot repeat itself again because the political class will not take that risk. They won't take the risk. And they have example. They have their own fact why they won't take the risk. It is bring SDP and NRC. Atiku played the same card. He bought over everybody there. But at the long last, they called him apart and told him to step down for the popular candidate that has done immensely with compassion to every nooks and corners of the Nigerian space. He can pick his 25% from every nook and corner. He can pick his entire winning from south. He can pick his winning from the middle belt and the core north. Atiku cannot stand in. They told his own people told him he cannot stand Abiola. He should step down. They gave him all the schematics. He stepped down. When he stepped down, what happened? Abiola got the entire country. The place that he got lesser vote, he got 25%. What is Atiku going to tell me? This thing I'm saying, all the political class that are there now with him, they know what I'm saying. How will Atiku pick 25% from the south? Tell me. When the country is already, Agbado has already doing its own map. Remember, Agbado has its own factors that he will play. Agbado has its own group that will want Atiku to contest. I want Obi to contest so that they can have their footprint on the election. But if Obi contests, they know that Agbado don't have a chance to become the president again. It is going to be a straight win. I am saying this with full confidence. Nothing will shake my confidence. If Obi stand, no campaign, he go beat Agbado. This is not something that we should be saying, oh, they will rig election. Let us try rig up. They know the consequences of rigging it when the whole political class that did the rigging for him and moved to the other camp. He knows what's going to be consequences for him. So all these things that we are being scared, let's draw out the South-South. Can Atiku get 25% from South-South? Hell no. It's not possible. Because even the people in South-South, they are with the people, the leaders in South-South, 45% of them are with Agbado. And the only group that can play the card to take that some chunks of percentage from them is the obedient class. Now, let's move to Southwest. Southwest has made the last election, decided to go for Agbado, and the consequences of placing that vote on Agbado, they've seen it. It's not something that we will tell them. They've seen the consequences of choosing a man that we told them that he doesn't have any role to play in Nigeria moving forward. They told us all shenanigans. This is the consequence we are facing now. Many of our children are still dying. Hungers all over the country. No Nigeria now, none of them, even the big boys, that they call themselves big boys, there's a lot of things that are taking their money. They cannot even think of eating 3 square meal. A civil servant cannot eat 3 square meal. If they can, let them come to the studio. Let us test it. Let's test let's take the survey. They cannot eat 3 square meal. Will you not tell me I have to convince them? I don't need to convince them. All I need to do is just to showcase the personality I have for them. In the West, Obi will take 25% from every state in the West, no matter how they rig am. No matter how they rig am. After all, they rig West, Obi pick his tent. From where the population was high, Obi picked more than 60% there. So what are we talking about? Go to the middle belt. Oh, Atiku will not get 25% in the middle belt. Take all the middle belt, he will not get the 5%. Then let us go to the core north. The core north now is split. They split everything. The core north is splitted because we don't know where Kwankwaso is going to. We don't know if Kwankwaso is like, it's like in American election. We have some states that are deciding factor. We call them swing states. They will decide the destiny of your country. We have those states in Nigeria, but people are not keeping eye on them. They think, oh, he's coming with 1 million votes. Oh, we don't. You have not drawn your map. That 1 million vote can decide your life for tomorrow. You think Ogaso doesn't know what he's doing? He's playing a game of, swinging. It's swinging. Nobody knows where it is. It's a deciding factor in the core north. If Atiku dare it, let him dare that man from Kano. Let him dare him from Kano. Because everybody now, their mindset in the north is shifting a little bit. If it has not shifted enough, it has shifted a little bit. And Atiku cannot boast with his chest that is going to take 25% in 4 northern states. It cannot boast. It cannot boast of it. So it's not about rankling or shouting. We are talking about what's on ground. Can Atiku be a deciding factor? The answer is no. Can Obi be a deciding factor? The answer is yes. Can Kwankwaso be a destructive factor? The answer is yes. That is how it is. From these 3 things that I've stated on the floor, we can map it out on how we are going to grab power. If Obi decide, Obi will never split and go to another party to go and, let me tell you all now, he cannot go to another party, leave the coalition and go to another party and he's thinking that he's going to win. He's not going to win. Let us be very factual. Any of you that is coming out to say, hey, let Obi go and form his party, he can win. We are not talking about election the way where you are in Europe or America. We are talking about Nigerian state, how you do election. You cannot unseat a sitting president with your single hand if that president cannot rig election. Jonathan would have rigged the election and he decided not to rig because he said, I would call him a weak man. He is just insensitive to the Nigerian crowd. That was why he gave that power out. And what he gave out now, look at the nonsense they've created Nigeria to be. He was laughing. You all will miss me. Because you mess around with Nigeria. You gave them power like that. And now look at what they are making caricature of the whole Nigerian state. Are your people not suffering? Look, power. The power play in Nigeria is either you get it or you don't get it. It's not for lazy people. It's not for lazy thinking people. You have to be upright in your head, or you be upright in whatever way you want to fight it. Those are the 2 ways. Jonathan was a write-off. Remember, not nobody tell me anything. We're not talking about strong men. He allowed power to move out of his hand freely for a man that don't deserve it. They all read. They don't have educational standard. They don't have qualification. They went to election and everybody just go like that, vote for them. Is it not clear to every one of us now that after even cheating, they brought this man in and the man made caricature of us, by our youth in the millions. There's a fact out there. And you all want us to clap for him, to mourn for somebody who has named all of us, who has brought tears and made children. They don't have parents. Make women widows. Make men widowers. You want us to clap. When Nebuchadnezzar died, who mourned for him? Who mourned? They cursed him to his grave. So I don't know what we are talking about. Look, people have conscience. People have feelings. If you hurt them by taking their loved ones, they have the right to curse you to your grave. They didn't create themselves. God created them. A man that devastated the entire fabrics of the Nigerian state. Oh, we should be crying. His children were, when he entered, did you know, when the children were doing TikTok with the presidential jets? Did you know, that when the children were driving exclusive power bike all over Abuja? Oh, you people have forgotten that they led you to poverty, that they led you to where you are now. Oh, come out and tell us what he has done for us to be happy about. Even Abacha could not even do 1/10 of what he did. 1/10 of what he did, Abacha could not do it. If you want to say corruption, all of them are corrupt. But Abacha did not do 1/10 of the life he has taken from the Nigerian space. The generation that would have built Nigeria, he took them from us. What happened in the Middle East? What happened there? Do you think they mourn president that buy their citizens? They celebrate his exit. That is what they deserve. Celebrate their exit. When Abacha died, Nigeria celebrated his exit. How dare you come to us to clap for him, for taking down the citizen at Lagos? No flag was flying low for all the heroes that were lost in Lagos toll gate. And now a man that has done worse than the worst, if I'm about to use that language, in Nigerian context, then you are flying the flag low because he's a president who they just gave a wife. He doesn't have a wife certificate. He became a general because of the Nigerian factors. Can he be a general in another country? Do you know what it means by being a general? Even in America, to be a general, you must have acquired doctorate, almost 3 to 4, before you can rise up to being a general. Generals are not just because it's not that power, that rope on your shoulder. It's something in your head that is required. That is why they recall them whenever they need their services. How many of the Nigerian generals have they recalled? That is a question we should say. How many of them? They don't deserve to be generals. No Nigerian general deserves to hold that position. They should all end in the position of colonel. How can a general hurt his own citizen? The highest brain in the military sector, a general, put the trigger against his own citizen. That is a mind-blowing thing. That can never happen in a well-organized state. That is why we concluded, we said Nigeria is a country. But those thinkers that they call themselves professors, they don't want to know, but they realize it now, that they have to gather themselves as patrons to move over and have a new constitution. You see, it has to take us pain to tell them that they need a new constitution so that we can create a new Nigeria, that we all will be equal before God. Not equal before men, but before God. Look at what is happening in the East. Who am I going to blame? Am I going to blame the Eastern Bloc, who are rising to fight for their rights and their existence? Or should I blame a man that called them a dot in a circle? How dare you call a citizen that you are positioned to lead a dot in a circle? It seems, whoa. Are we thinkers here in Nigeria, or we are just followers of iniquities? So it is high time we just, as I said yesterday, throw away Buhari issue. He's gone, he's gone. If anybody bring Buhari issue to this matter, we will go headlong with them. We will go headlong with them. Should I be celebrating Satanism? Should I celebrate Satanism as a worshiper of Christ? Will you celebrate Satanism? Ask me. I ask you the question. Will you? So, my brothers and sisters, let's look headlong. If they don't put Obi on the ballot, I will tell Obi, step down and let's see what Nigeria will be. We will gather together and split this country properly. We don't mind spilling anything. We will split it. It's not going to come from inside. It's going to come from outside. That is what we will do. We will rally round. You say we don't have weapons, but we have our pen and papers and our thinking cap. We will write and we split this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother, for that passionate submission. Wow. Although I still have a very strong doubt with this ADC of 18 until they prove me wrong and give Peter Obi the ticket. That's all I can say on this. But I'd like us to move on. Guys, press on the like, help us to share. Let me call on the show. Show, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Niger Watch. Good to be with you once again, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Yes, and the people in the comment section. Good to see you all. Well, I'll start from the Femi additional interview. You know, it's quite shameful that he said what he said, but the way I'm thinking about it, I think Femi Additional was trying to be smart, because the other alternative, or the only alternative for him, was to say that we don't have the equipment to look after people like Buhari. But if he had said that, it would have been very easy for Nigerians to, come for him, and those who have ruled Nigeria to say, is it not just to buy this equipment, all the money you've budgeted and all that? So I think he purposely went for expertise to say our doctors are not qualified. So that is debatable. Some people might argue for and argue against. But if he said equipment is equipment. You pay any manufacturer, any supplier, and they will give it to you. So I think he intentionally said what he said. But the repercussion of what he said is what they don't think about. And even before I go to the repercussion, when people want sympathy for Buhari, Buhari died at 82. What's the life expectancy in Nigeria is 56. So he had almost 30 extra years. So I don't even understand. He didn't die young. It wasn't tragic. He lived a full life. He saw his children and his grandchildren. So the sympathy people are looking for, I don't even understand where that is coming from. If you live to 82, you should be grateful. And Buhari had 8 years as a civilian, and he had years from 1984 until Babangida kicked him out as a military dictator. So what hospitals did Buhari build to look after him in his old age? None. That is good enough. So when people expect us to be, sympathetic towards them, I don't get it. They had the opportunity to do better, and they chose not to. But coming back to Femi Additional quickly, you see, what he said now, I think is an insult to our doctors, because Nigerian doctors are sorted all over the world. I work with them every day at different NHS trusts in the UK. I've worked at many, countless NHS trusts. And I work with Nigerian doctors on a daily basis. I see them every day. I interact with them. They are respected all over the world. So I don't know what Femi Additional meant by, we might not have the expertise that is needed. Now, think about the trip President Tinubu made to St. Lucia, where he promised to send Nigerian doctors for 2 years, that Nigeria will pay those doctors and St. Lucia just have to provide accommodation. So if I was St. Lucia now, listening to one of the spokesmen of the immediate past president of Nigeria saying that Nigerian doctors are not good enough to treat their own president, why would I want you to send me those doctors? Why should St. Lucia be interested in our doctors based on what Femi Adesina said? Also, Tinubu promised their children in St. Lucia to come to Nigeria on scholarship to come and study at our universities. Why would those children want to come to Nigeria to study on scholarship if the ones we're producing are not good enough to look after our own presidents? All our politicians travel overseas for their medical care. So, it's counterproductive what Femi said. But moving away from Femi Adesina, I will go to the Buhari, how should he be remembered? Everybody has the right to remember Buhari based on how they experienced him. It's not one size fits all. Different people would have different experience. And I think majority of Nigerians will have negative things to say. This idea of don't speak ill of the dead, I don't know if it's in the Bible. I'm a Christian. I've read the Bible a few times. I don't know if it's there. And for those who have seen it, just let me know. And I'm not arguing it. But at what point can we talk to our leaders? Because if you think about it right now, while they're in office, they tell us, oh, respect your president. Don't speak about your president like that. You are demarketing the country. Respect the authority. We had one in Oyo State where I was born and I grew up who said, you don't talk to constituted authority like that. He's late now. Former Governor Ajimobi. So while they're in office, we can't talk to them. By the time they leave office, because they don't leave in a hurry, they are very old. And they tell you, is that the way you speak to elders? Respect your elders. So while they're in office, you can't talk to them. When they retire, you can't talk to them. When they are dead, respect the dead. At what point can we talk to these guys and hold them accountable? This is why I get not upset, but I get really angry at people who come and defend them. N'Golo Kantes of this world, Makaleles of this world, Gattusos, defending. At what point can we actually talk to these guys? If you say this governor has a criminal record in the US, oh, don't talk to your governor like that. Don't disrespect your governor. Don't demarcate your state. So when can I talk to them and be blunt? At no point am I allowed to do so. So this is why you don't take these guys seriously. They are trying to stop you from saying things the way you feel like saying them. So say it while they are alive. Say it to them while they are young. Say it to them while they're old. Say it to them while they're dead. When you die, people would only talk about the things you've done. If we're manufacturing things, fabricating lies, then I would say, let's draw the line. But if it's about things you did, how do you, Obasanjo dies tomorrow and you want the people of Odi, not to say that he came to level the place. They don't have amnesia, they remember. Buhari is dead now. What do you want the Shiite people to say about him? That he was a good man? No, they wouldn't. My family suffered loss, financial and life, because of Buhari in 1983 when they took over. My family, when I say family, I'm not talking extended. I mean immediate family. I remember how many times I followed my dad to Abeokuta to claim money that never got paid because of the coup they did in 1983. When Dia was the governor or military administrator of Ogun State, I remember how many times I went with my dad to Abeokuta from Ibadan. So what do you want me to say about Buhari that was a good guy, that Dia was a good guy? No, to me, they were not. The fact that they're both dead does not make them good guys. Bad guys die. All they will be dead bad guys. The fact that you were a bad guy and you died doesn't make you a good guy. You will be a dead bad guy to me. And that's all you will be. I might not say a lot personally, but for those who want to say it, let them say it. Don't gag people and say, don't speak ill of the dead. Who told you so? If you ask people in Ibadan, because I was born and I grew up in Ibadan, if you ask people in Ibadan or your state at large to compare or to speak about Bola Ige and Ajimobi, the one I just referred to, they're both dead past governors of Oyo State. Ask people of Oyo State to speak about them. Give them 1 minute each. It will be totally different. If you ask Americans to speak about Jimmy Carter, which we saw when the man passed away recently, how Americans, majority of them spoke positively. The day Trump dies, it will be a different story. It won't be all positive. Majority will be negative, some will be positive. Both past American president. If you tell Nigerians to come and speak, the Yoruba people to speak about the Awujale of Ijebuland that passed away a few days ago, and speak about Oluwo of Iwoland, another small Oba in Osun State, when he's old and he passes away, it will be two different stories. It's because of the way they've treated the people. That's the way the people will speak about them. While you are alive, you are writing your stories, and when you're gone, we will read it out loud. You cannot come and tell me not to read it out loud. You wrote the story. I'm just reading it after you're gone. So all this idea of don't talk about what, let people talk about what they want to talk about. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is this ADC PDP issue. I hear Black Panther, I want to have his level of faith, but I don't have it. He spoke about Atiku was spoken to during the Abiola 1993 SDP, and I remember that. But one thing you have to remember is Atiku was 46 years old, 45, when that happened. He knew he had many, many opportunities. So it was easy for him to agree to step down. Since then, I don't think Atiku has stepped down for anybody. Even when he left PDP in 2014, and they all went to APC, you would think he would go to APC as part of the merger that formed APC, that he would let Buhari run, because most people knew Buhari was going to run. Atiku contested the primary. He came second or third, I can't remember. He still contested. Since that 1993, I don't think Atiku has let anybody have a free run. So at this point, I'm hoping and wishing and pleading that he would do the right thing and step aside. But with the way he's moving, even you saw him in Daura yesterday, the way he was moving, it was almost like a small campaign, waving at people, and it was, the applause and everything, was loving it. I think it was testing his popularity in that little moment. I might be wrong. I might be reading too much into it, but I don't see Atiku as a man who is willing to step down, especially at this point. Atiku is 78 officially. Remember, most of these guys in that generation, they reduced their age because they didn't want to retire early. It happened a lot in those days. People would cut their age by like 5-6 years, like football age. So Atiku at 78, don't be surprised, is like 83, 84. And most of people in that generation, I know that. If my dad was alive, he would be 97. So I know people of that age, what they did. So I don't see Atiku right now, the way he's moving, as somebody that I hope. Now, let's get it right. What I want and what I think would happen are two different things. What I think will happen is it would run and spoil things. But what I'm hoping for is that he would step aside and support Peter Obi. And this idea of gaslighting to say Atiku is a bad guy, Rufai is a bad guy by these APC people, I'm not interested. You can say it from now till tomorrow. I'm not interested. If Rufai was good enough for you in 2023, he's good enough for us in 2027. We will take him like that. Don't worry, we'll close our eyes and just take it like that. So don't let anybody come and gaslight you that Rufai is bad and you are working with him. Leave is our problem. Let's deal with it. So I think Peter will be okay. I'll round up in 2 seconds. So Peter will be going back to LP. I don't think it would happen. When we were younger and played, they said, okay, I'll leave it. Okay.
Thank you, Sho. Thank you so much for your submission. I appreciate it. I would like to tally what you said concerning the doctor and what additional also came to say the other day quickly before I move on to Augustine. I want us to listen to this about 7 minutes long video quickly and see what the medical body in Nigeria have to say in response to what Femi Adesina said. Listen to this, guys.
Muhammadu Buhari passed away in a London clinic, making him the second Nigerian president to die in a foreign country, particularly while receiving treatment. Well, joining us now to take a look at the state of healthcare delivery in Nigeria with a particular focus on the growing trend of health tourism, especially among the nation's political and economic elite, is first Vice President, Nigerian Medical Association, Dr. Benjamin Oluwatosin Olojebutu. Thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight. First, let's get your thoughts on this growing trend. Maybe first off, help us paint a picture of Nigeria's healthcare delivery system and why our political leaders seem not to have confidence in our healthcare service.
Thank you. I think it's important we know that you can't say Nigerians be patriotic, and you as a leader can't do the same thing. It's been a lot of problems over and over again that leaders leave the country in jeopardy, leave the country in this bad state, and use taxpayers' money to go abroad to get themselves sorted. I think it's very, very, it's not very good. Right now, we have about $7 billion leaving the country on medical tourism every year because we don't trust our system. The government has failed Nigerian healthcare space. And now we also have one doctor to 600 patients. We have one doctor to about 10,000 patients. No value for healthcare, no passion for the country. And we keep saying, think about Nigeria first. The leaders are not thinking about Nigeria first. Health is supposed to be the right of every patient in this country. But right now, health looks like it's very, very secluded, only for leaders that can afford to travel abroad at the twinkle of an eye. I think right now there's a lot of dilapidated environments. The healthcare is not functioning. The right system are not functioning. The policies are just policies. They're just copy and paste policies because people don't know what's really it's important for Nigerians. We have people coming in with policies that are taken from the US or from the UK that are not very applicable to Nigerians and for Nigerians. I think it is high time we look at it properly. When the president died, we commiserate with President Buhari, but you can see the high point. He said the president died in a London clinic. How many of those presidents of those countries die outside their country? In America, we just lost Jimmy Carter a few months ago. He died in America. That's what you talk about, loving your country. Why would you go and die outside the country? Because the country that you live in, you don't trust them. You don't trust their health care. You don't trust their health professionals. You don't invest in them. Where's the funding? Where's the passion to make healthcare great in this country? Because you can afford to go abroad, what happens to the 200 million Nigerians that cannot afford to go abroad? I think it's high time we look at it critically and change some policies where politicians don't take our money outside the country again. Let there be a law to say they must stay in this country for healthcare going forward. Thank you.
Interesting, but is it really about policies? Do you appreciate the argument by some people who say capability, misdiagnosis, push some people to seek help abroad? In President Buhari's case, to be fair to him, he has been seeking medicals in London even before he became president. But how do you respond to his special advisor, a former spokesperson, Femi Adesina, who said if the president had remained in Nigeria, he would have been dead long ago? He said it was a matter of life and death. Some will interpret that to mean that the expertise to manage the president were not available in Nigeria.
I don't appreciate what Femi Adesina said. I think it's it's a slap on the country. And most of the people treating the president abroad, we know them, they are Nigerians. So you leave this country and go and get treated abroad by the same Nigerians that left this country because they wanted greener pastures for themselves. Femi Adesina should take back that word he said today. I think it's inappropriate and very, very insensitive. We have great technical people, great physicians that can treat the president. I remember one time that somebody, maybe it was even the president that traveled because of ear pain. Are you saying we don't have fantastic ENT surgeons in this country? It is because they have available resources, taxpayers' money to travel abroad. If he was paying his personal money every time, will he be going abroad? Please, Femi shouldn't say that again. We have very, very technical, very, very passionate, very, very amiable physician in this country that can do whatever he's done there. We know where the president is being treated. He's seeing Nigerians there because the Nigerians there have better facilities to treat. They have better welfare packages. They have better research packages because they see more of these things in an enabling environment. But you leave your country alone. You don't give doctors proper money. You don't give nurses proper welfare. You leave the country and go abroad with our taxpayers' money. I think Femi Adesina should apologize to Nigerian doctors because one doctor seeing 6,000 patients in this country is a lot of Herculean tax. And you can't say that we don't have enough expertise. We have the best brains in the world. If you look at the global statistics, even in NHS in the US, Nigerians are the highest number of Africans working there. In America, the same thing. So I think Femi goofed on that particular matter, saying that you will have that. No, it's because you don't appreciate what you have. It's only when you lose them you start appreciating them. I think what government should have done is to make sure that every facet of healthcare, from primary care to secondary care to tertiary care, is well adequately funded, and there's supervisory accountability for it. If there's no accountability, you just wake up in the morning. I remember COVID-19 happened during Buhari. Nobody could leave the country. and everybody in this country made sure that COVID was successful. What happened after COVID went away? We just went back to our old ways and started doing medical tourism again. If we agree as a country, let's shut down the shores of this country. Let's fix our own healthcare. That's what we should be looking at now going forward. Thank you.
Absolutely agree with you totally. So, I mean, stay on this train of thought. Where exactly are the gaps? What needs to be done to, rebuild public confidence in our health sector?
First things first, I think two things are important. We need to take, by legislation, take health to the exclusive list. Also, like you have the military, like you have the railway roads, like you have the ammunitions, like you have like you have other ambassadorial corporation, foreign currency. Take healthcare to exclusive list so that it's adequately funded. Number two, we must have an health service commission that takes care of the welfare of doctors and healthcare workers in this country. You have Police Service Commission, you have Judiciary Service Commission. Why is there no healthcare commission in this country that takes care of the welfare of those that work efficiently and work in resource limited area in this country? You can imagine a doctor leaving his house at 1 a.m. in the morning going to do a call, and on the road is maimed, is killed by a security man, and nobody hears about it, and nobody cares about the family because nobody really cares about them. What happens to people that are coming from below? Every young doctor now wants to leave the country because it's not secured, no welfare packages for us, no enabling environment. I believe we must show ourselves as leaders. If we say we lead the country with love, we must lead this country well. If all the chairman of local government says, I want to use the primary healthcare center in my locality as a driven value for healthcare there, people in the area also will know that if the chairman is using using the PPHC, then I can use it. If the governor in a state says, I will do my surgeries, I will do my healthcare in the hospital in my state, the people in the state will believe in it. If the president of Nigeria says, okay, I will use healthcare in this country, and because of that, people will look at it. People start loving the country the more. Don't tell us to do what you don't preach. Preach what you say. If you love the country, if you love Nigeria, use Nigerians' healthcare. Let us have what we call practical way forward of impacting and shifting policies. Don't say let's give what we have for the country as young doctors, as young nurses, as young lab technicians. Let us give our life for this country. Let's be rewarded for what we are doing. You know, right now there's a 21-day ultimatum for the federal government on a very, very needless, reckless circular that was gazetted by the national SWIC, saying that we should earn nothing commendable to the work we do in this country. It's painful that this country does not appreciate what we have. We have the best brains in the world, the best technically driven doctors and nurses, passionate. When they leave this country, they are the best in their field. I think we should focus on ourselves. The government should focus on how do we treat ourselves like ourselves. Don't say that because one man is in Kafanshan, one man is somewhere in Agege because he doesn't have the right funding for medical tourism. It shouldn't be taken care of. There must be focus on our primary healthcare, focus on our secondary healthcare, and be focused on our research. That because Nigerians must begin to help Africans by themselves. Right now, the government must wake up and give what is due to healthcare and give what is due to the doctors and nurses in this country and make sure that we're happy to stay in this country. Those of us that are left, let them make us happy again. Thank you.
Very well said.
Una see, I like this man. You know why? Because he came in to debunk the satanic Femi Adesina when he came to lie. These people are saying now that they don't have the right resources to give us good health care. Government don't care to establish or invest in the healthcare system in Nigeria. They are only lying. You see, I'd like to call on Oga CM to talk to us. Oga CM, it's good to have you.
Nigeria was sorry for a second.
Yeah.
Is it not the same thing they are doing to education?
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly. They don't care about any, apart from that, education, healthcare, security, nothing is working. Okay, talk to us. It's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you.
Yes, thank you, Niger Watch. Please, good evening, everybody. Those listening wherever you may be, those on the comment section, those behind the scene that keep us going, those that determine what happens and what do not happen. All your efforts have not gone unnoticed. I thank each and every one of you. I think that's where I have to be starting every day, because sometimes the people you see, like us, people think we do the job, but there are people that are behind organizing things and making sure that we have a smooth sail. So I thank each and every one of you. I observe all protocols. Remain blessed all. See, I will comment mainly on two things. Let me start with this last interview. The Dr. Benjamin Olowo, whatever. Sorry about that. The NMS, this thing. Please, Niger Watch, share the link. Somebody just informed me, but I won't say the name. Just please share the link, just to help. You know, the system, yes, it's like this place. Our channels, our platform is picking up again because of different news items that we show. So the chap that spoke now, the young man, I doff my hat to him. These are people that are squeezing water out from stone. That is exactly what they are doing. Healthcare system in Nigeria is in coma, whether it has died or so, because the people, they feel that it's only the people. Okay, Femi Adesina saying that if Buhari has been using Nigerian healthcare, he would have died, which means those that are condemned to use it have been dying. See, some people tomorrow night will come and clarify and tell you it's my opinion, and when they start to show that in the yes smile. So please, I will make a passionate appeal to the Nigerian Medical Association, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, and all those involved in delivering healthcare in Nigeria. Please, I recognize the efforts you people are making. I recognize the enormous challenge you people are facing daily. I recognize the sacrifices you people are even making just to make sure that at least there is something called healthcare, no matter the quality or the standard. I recognize that. However, I will ask you, probably we've been having leaders who do not care because they don't use it. Please, if this is one reason, those of you that stayed back, take it that you stayed back to vote for P2B, you will see a difference. You will see a leader, at least you will see a leader that they will say, oh, P2B went to one hospital to take BP, and people will see it. That alone, if he went to Jalingo and he was taking BP, they show him, you that is in Ogun State or Anambra State working, will feel happy because one day it may be in your hospital. It means a lot. I've been in the UK when Prime Minister David Cameron went to visit a hospital. I don't know where it is, whether in South London, I don't know where. The moment he's coming, the matron or the wardman, the nurse, they have to stop him at the door. Say it's not yet time for visiting. Prime Minister, he said it is not yet time. That is about how many minutes remaining? Maybe 18 minutes. I think either 18 or 7, something like that. David Cameron with George Osborne, the Chancellor of Exchequer, because sometimes they look like twins, and others following him. You know, they smile. They say, "Oh, they say it's not yet time." So they were there chatting. When it was time, the matron or the wear navy blue, I think the ward manager, came and opened the door, and then pointed them straight to the sink where they have to wash hand. As David Cameron was laughing, trying to do it, the nurse said, no, you have to, don't just wash your hand, the palm. Roll your long sleeve above the elbow, because that is the practice in NHS. You roll your sleeve up to this position, such that you wash from your elbow down to your fingers. And Cameron was doing it under supervision. They were happy. They wrote the songs. If you see the way they were taking turns, and with the health secretary, I think the health secretary was Andrew Ronsi. They were all just hold because they were talking of NHS. They were just doing it, and the ward manager was there supervising it. That was when I knew that yes. And Cameron was happy. At the time, they said, it's okay. He said, yes, then you can dry your hand there. After that, you can file. He said, he was telling them, this patient is sleeping. I don't think he needs to be woken up by your noise or whatever. So please just file be in a single file. Prime Minister of Great Britain, a country with a permanent seat at the United Nations. Prime Minister, you are telling what? He said, yes, because they are in charge. And he was happy. At the end, they said, thank you. They left. That was the day I know. That's what they call dignity in labor. Nigerian doctors, please. I doff my hat for you people that are there, trying to squeeze out, not that you succeeded though, trying to squeeze out water from stone. Yet, Femi Adesina is talking nonsense. Don't blame him. Buhari must have, sort of, how do they say, send a lot of, what does Akpabio call it? Loss of to his inbox, that type of thing. So we know what is happening, but please, Obi is on the way. It is not for nothing that sometimes the British people say it must get worse before it gets better. Nigeria has never been this in a mess. We can't go below this level. We can only move up. We are now in the valley. So when you get to the valley, you don't go anywhere again. You have to plan how to get to the top again. When you roll down from the top and get to the valley, where Nigeria is now, maybe bottomless pit, the next thing is to go up. And Obi emerged at the same. Please, let them take a gamble on Obi. Obi must be the prime minister, if not because of our healthcare delivery. You have a man who will tell you that I will use it, and he will. The fact that he will be using, that's why he told Tinubu, why not travel around, go and take BP, visit some of the states. Tinubu doesn't go. He can only sleep in Lagos or Abuja or in France. He said, why not go to other state capital, visit and sleep over? He said, it's impossible. He went to Benue State. He said, something prevented me from going. When you have helicopter that can fly you, what is the purpose of buying yacht? What is the purpose of the money you are spending? You fly, even if you can fly every general you like, if you feel that they will overpower you. The helicopter is there. Military helicopter, naval helicopter, Air Force helicopter, even your own. You can order. Where are those people? I must get there. Peter Obi, before we started complaining here, wasn't wearing life jacket. In a canoe, going to see people. Then the prime minister, the CNC, commander-in-chief, why not enter a helicopter when you get to Benue State? You want to get to where those people are, no matter the damp or the rain or the road. You take a helicopter and go there. But you gave a reason, and then off you go. Went to France. It's a really shame. But please, I know what this chap said today. You see, what an impassioned plea. People should see beyond it. That what the NMA chap was telling us is just like 1% of what they're seeing. There are more that he cannot be able to say here. But it's a shame, really, that Nigeria has come to this nonsense, and yet people are still talking of where power come from, where will this and this and this. When Obi is there, nobody is better than him. Which brings me to Obi issue. Black Panther, thank you for what you espouse, but what I want to say is that Obi will be on the ballot. It doesn't matter. Obi will, if Atiku is so shameless as to be presenting himself, he says right, they will be the people that will make the law. I keep saying it here. The problem with Nigeria is that it's not that they don't make law. We have more than enough laws. We will make the law, but we won't obey it. Oh, to collect a result, you collect at the polling unit. After that, you move to the ward. That is the second leg. The third leg is you move to the local government headquarters. From there, you move to the state capital. 4. Yet, in a election, some at the ward, from the ward straight to the state headquarters at Yobosai Street or so. Why? But why not do you say, oh, no, we have to, because we want to go and rig. So why make the law? Why not say you can collect anyhow? But they will make the law and they won't do it. So what I'm saying is, this time, if Atiku is so shameless to present himself again, then that is his own cup of tea. Nobody, I can't tolerate it. I'm Igbo. Nigeria cannot be a case of under civilian. It will rotate from one Yoruba man straight to Fulani. Because the Fulani man died, the German got it, and they pressured him, brought in a terror to come and intimidate the man, terrorism. The man quickly chickened out. Being a John, and he will say, even if I want to do, what if I'm not the way they say it, we may not have the population. Even they stoned him, he left. Then the Fulani grabbed it again. Fulani did Mayo, then bring it down to Yoruba. They couldn't even allow Yoruba to complete it. They want to take it back to Fulani. For what? Then the rest ethnic group, Isoko, Urobo, Ichekiri, Ogoni, and name them Bachama, Biron, TV, Igbo. We go to look anya like this. No, it can't happen now. It can never happen. P2B is Nigeria's last chance. Either they elect him or they look. This one no be. I don't even waste time. Can it just be rotated? It does it reflect Nigeria? If it's going to the north from one Fulani to the other, Yaradua, Buhari, Atiku. If not, Erufai. Why must it be? Then when it comes to start, they look for one Yoruba man who is rejected by people, who is not popular. They just go for one criminal and then give it to him, and then they hold it in trust for us. If the man want to misbehave, then they say we take it back. Look, why did we go to school? Why did we spend our time reading, being educated, only to be ruled by fools? No, this is the last time. When we have people to be on the ballot, that is by the way. Now, the next interview what I want to talk about is this Buba Galadima interview. That thing reveals a lot. He said they have to, when OPC was trying to dislodge, to take over Ilori. Ilori is a Yoruba town. I'm not Yoruba, but I must say, Ilori is a Yoruba town. If they want to do anything, they're entitled to. It's their land. Ilori is a Yoruba town. It's as simple as that. No matter how long you serve in the court as a court clerk, you may serve for 50 years as a court clerk. You are not a barrister. If you like, know all the proceedings of how to bring up a case in court, even stand to defend it, you can speak. So far, you're a court clerk. You haven't been to law school. You've not called to the bar. You can never be a barrister anywhere until you go. So this idea that so because they felt that, you see, the system, you thought that you are with them. These are the Fulani, because of people will come back here and they start to defend them as if they are not, because they will come now, because they are Fulani. They won't want to disclose their identity. You see, rather than say that Buhari is coming to correct the mistakes, if there is any that Obasanjo is doing, or you may say, look at the economy of Nigeria, where Obasanjo placed it. Though we are number one in Africa, we are the biggest economy, our debt has been forgiven. They can say all these things Obasanjo did, good things, but there is this. People will listen. Not knowing that they held a secret meeting in Kaduna, say, you see, Yoruba want to take over Ilori. Ilori is the word Ilori. Is it an English word? Is it a Fulani, an Igbo word? It's Yoruba word. So if they feel that because of the shenanigans, what they did, now this is that, not that I support OPC or violence, but the thing is that their mission, if it is their land, they want to assert. Yes, they don't speak. There are Igbos living in Ilori. They know that they came there either for one thing, to study or to do business or to work. They know. If you ask Igbo man in Ilori, where is he? Say, I'm from India. They will tell you, I'm only here because of something brought me here. Igbo man can never claim Ilori because it's not our own. No ethnic group can claim Ilori except the Yoruba. So if OPC that is what they are trying to do in those days, albeit in a different way, you have no right. He said they have to quickly bring Buhari, who they know is a sadistic, is just an evil man. So that is the one they have to push in, so that, see, the agenda, not even to make Nigeria good, but just to go and then stop that thing. He said immediately start Obasanjo start shift. You see Nigeria, meeting before meeting, people are holding secret meetings. Yet they will be accusing, this man want to secessionists. They want to tear Nigeria apart. Now look at the Fulani agenda inside Nigeria. This in Yoruba land. You see what Baba Galadima is saying? I want to reveal one secret. Yes, it's a secret because I didn't know until today or yesterday when I listened to the interview. I never knew this type of thing. So just because.
And Dr. Sears, sorry, that's why they are bringing Fulani everywhere. They want to colonize people again and say it's their own.
That is the thing. They installed the emir there because if you hear the emir of Kano, the emir of Ilori, you go say Ilori. They say that is. You see it. So because of this thing is the agenda to bring somebody to national politics. Not that they want to make Nigeria good. It's just that, oh, my destiny is being threatened. Ah, see, the OPC is coming. If they cross Ibadan, cross Ogbomoso, on their way now, they will start to say, but it's Yoruba land. But it is Yoruba land. So what? So because of that, they have to rush Buhari in and look at where Nigeria is. That's why Buhari has been crying. They say this man, he will, you see, this man until I hope Tinubu will hear this. I hope the Yorubas will be discussing it somewhere. That's why Sonny Igboho, look at what he's saying. He invaded his house, sent soldier to come and delete him. Now he's not singing you. He's not seeing your obituary. You see, that is life. Evil does not pay. Because he came in with very wicked intention. I said it here yesterday, and somebody was even telling me. I said it here yesterday. Buhari came with a very wicked intention. Wicked intention. They have to use the takia, the real Fulani, what the takia means, deceit. Drafted the best manifesto, gave to Nigerians. 1 naira go be $1. Who wouldn't vote a party that will promise you that? 1 naira to be $1. Everybody will jump up. If you're a university graduate and after you service, no job, come and we're giving you 50,000 naira. People jumped. After that, all those things, I will restructure Nigeria, do so many things in that APC manifesto. So they painted Jonathan bad. Eventually, they came in. He took the manifesto, put it under whether he threw it into the dustbin, I don't know. And start to implement, you start to hear something like Ruga, Mieti Yala, cattle route, grazing reserve, give your land. Was that what you promised us when you were campaigning? And he kept quiet. People were buried all daily in Benue State. 73 were buried one day. It was a national calamity. People saw it. Afenifere, I said it yesterday. Afenifere, Ohaneze, Pandef, they went to go and solidarize and say sorry to the governor because he was weeping. Red blood all over Benue State. That made Paya Adebanjo to say, this is the letter the man gave them. Fulani nationalist movement want tell governor on that they want to eliminate him. And yet this is where we are. Nigeria, thank you very much for the opportunity. But this Buba Galadima interview, people should not forget it. Thank you.
Thank you, Augustine. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your submission. I appreciate you, sir. Okay, let me hear from Mr. Oduwa. After Mr. Oduwa, then I'll come to honor politics. Honor politics, you're supposed to be the first or second since you know green on camera, and I make you be last. So, okay, Mr. Oduwa, you have the floor, sir. Good evening to you. Okay, Mr. Oduwa is not available. Honor politics, please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you, Elvis. I don't know, so so I go have to, as soon as I come here, I have to on it. Okay, I get it now. Thank you. Yeah. We are talking about Atiku, right? The breaking news that he resigned from PDP. Am I right? I've been at the interview that.
No. We are talking about Atiku moving, dumping PDP. You know, and
okay.
That's the most important one. And yeah, talk about Nigeria as a whole, man.
Oh, okay. I think first of all, I have to give Wike kudos because I'm one of his best critics. I believe they go on DJ by now. But looking at it politically, I think what just happened, one has to. As a student of Tony Anene, coming from Niger Delta, South, I have to appreciate Wike because Atiku is not just an ordinary PDP member. It's one of the founding fathers. In fact, matter of fact, I think it's only two of them that is still alive, him and Sule Lamido. So for you to take a man who built a house, a landlord, take him out of his own house, I think that's something that political analysts will study for time to come. Now, but what are the implications here? For me, even before the coalition and everything, I've said it from the beginning of this year that 2027 election is about, for the northern presidential hope, is two things. One, they have to collectively stop Obi presidential ambition before 2031. whichever way, but politically speaking, they have to do that. So everything that you are seeing from my own view is to either lure Obi to join the coalition and be vice to Atiku, which I know is not stupid. I don't believe Obi is that foolish. Two, or to make as if PDP is available for him to come and take over the ticket. But either way, they will, if he decide to go with PDP because it's, I mean, presumed vacant now. Let's assume they were able to convince him to go there and take the ticket. They will give him the same treatment they give Good Luck. Now, what do I mean? They will work from the inside party, from the top to bottom, and make sure it never succeeds. Because that's what happened to Good Luck, whereby the party chairman, Mohamed Muazu, the former governor of Bauchi State, was the party chairman of PDP. Because the likes of Tona Nene and the rest insist that Good Luck must continue, they went to work. From inside the party, PDP, they make sure it never succeeds. So that is the treatment they will give. Obi if Obi decide to join PDP, and that's exactly what Atiku saw when he refused to let the party chairman that Wike wanted to resign before 2023. If you remember that back and forth between Atiku and because he knows that if somebody who is not loyal to him is the chairman of the party, that is a trap set for him. So for me, Obi chance of doing better than what he did 2023 in terms of numbers and maybe position, he has to go solo. But again, unfortunately, I think the obedient movements are carried away. I don't expect the obedient movement to be even fighting for any alliance. If they actually believe in the performance that pulled off in 2023, I don't expect obedient movement to even pay attention to what the established class are doing. I expect them to go to work, door to door, not even on online, because online is already been dominated by them. But unfortunately, they have been carried away with all these shenanigans, coalition or whatever. Before you know, it's too late. The leaders of the country have already settled for turn by turn. And I think to some extent, the general public, especially the southern people, agree with that arrangement when they go ahead with that 2023 turn by turn. So if anybody is expecting the North will work against Tinubu in 2037, they should forget it. That's not going to happen. They will give him in 8 years. And if possible, the way things are going, they will do 3 terms when it comes to 2031, because anything will make Tinubu Atiku see they are alive up to 2031. I see no reason why they will not do everything to hand over to him. But that depends on how the OB perform come 2023. So all these things now just to us to make sure this momentum that is building. If you go imagine Obi getting more than 6 million or getting better position going to 3031. How they want to do them? Who they want to bring for not? So they will do everything to reduce, getting to that point that's unexpected. Because the leaders of where we get for this country, all they do from day one is to guide the process from the beginning to the end. So the OB explosion was never expected to that extent. So it was a wake-up call to the North, because North, whether we like it or not, they will come with a consensus candidate, which is what Atiku was about. I think it was CM that somebody said earlier on how Atiku appear for Daura, and I said it on my show. The level where you take appear and how you take command matters a lot, because there are 10 million votes at stake. No, beyond the 10 million. Anyone that can take at least 5 million from that Buhari followers, he will be the man to beat, especially from the North, who there are stars everywhere. I'm talking about the North now. Who are they going to present as a consensus candidate is another big problem. So how you finish 2023 election?
My brother, sorry, on our politics. Remember the Buhari vote is splitted now. It's splitted now.
That's what I'm saying. Who is going to come up on
some day for ADC, some day APC? Why some day obedient?
Yes, that's where I'm going. Atiku resigning 2 days ago, because I think the date on that letter was on the 14th. It is not a coincidence. it was pretty much an emergency calculation, right? So because the Buharis now are looking for home, just like what you are saying, right? CPC, PDP, and so they are looking for a leader now who is going to be, who has the capacity to take the mantle of leadership. Yes, Atiku might be everywhere as it seems. He might be investing heavily. But there's one thing that sets him and Buharis apart, which is their way of life. Who carried that, who is a good apostle of that Islamic movement? That's where Atiku never found favors. The idea in go where short nigga go there down for hotel in the name of celebration just to align with the southern ideology is the one working against him. So yes, he might have the capacity right now, he might be seen this everywhere, but when that time come, I don't know how they won't do it. So that's all they are all fighting now for that, who will be the leader or will take much of that vote. Konkoso game for us from our own perspective, Konkoso game is to join APC and do everything he can to be the leader of the party, and if possible, be the chairman of the party. And within 4 years, use that opportunity to work the structure of the party to his own favor to get the tickets. I think that's where he's headed. There's no way he's going to pay a PDP or he's going to the coalition. The coalition is Atiku. Atiku's name is everywhere, it's written on it, right? And watch out for Amechi too. Amechi aim is to be a vice president in 2031. So just like Okowa spent a lot of money to outshine all his colleagues in the south to be vice, to be the Amana of Daura, which is Amechi, is on his way to do the same thing. That's what that appearance in Daura is all about, with his title and everything. So what happened to Buhari now and what Atiku just did, it is more, the pressure is more on the northern political oath. So how are they going to navigate and put themselves in a better position for them to be chosen as a contested candidate is what the race is all about. But collectively, how do we make sure Obi momentum did not go beyond 2027? So that's what I'm saying. And CM, thank you for pointing that interview out, because for the past 6 months, I always ask people for my show, what is the future of Nigeria? People don't understand why I'm asking. If you think that the World War III is not already here, and you think within the next 10 years, Nigeria is going to remain the same, you are deceiving yourself. The future of Nigeria is likely to be the future of Iloni, what Iloni is today. Iloni was taken over finally in the 1820s when Afonja went to the Caliphate Sokoto to invite Alemin to come and help him hold the stronghold of Iloni. Within the space of 20 years, Alamin has decided to go the other way around, turn against the person we invited to come and take over the leadership. Almost 200 years to today. Guess what? Yes, Iloni is a Yoruba town, but the leadership of that place is the Islamic Caliphate. And that is the future of Nigeria. At the talk by 2031, the Islamic social state movement will take over the political structure of Nigeria. What do I mean? All the political party, all the institutions that govern Nigeria, the important position will be maintained by people with that ideology. And trust me, I see no reason why they will not declare Nigeria as an Islamic social state. There's nothing wrong with that. Because that is the agenda right from the
Ovie, see, yes. The picture you are painting is that like it's a done deal. It's a fait accompli that no.
It not go happen. That's when they talk no go happen.
Hold on. Let me finish.
See, Ovie, or that there will not be we won't want a challenge. You know this interview now. I know most Yorubas may not know. Now that they've known, Igboho will also hear it. They will say something. You know, listen. You see what I'm saying?
No, it's not a done deal. The only now the final stage we dey. Now, for me, right? When I say now the final stage today, who become president 2031 is where the final battle is drawn. who become president 2031 is there because because that's when they will be patiently waiting for that opportunity to come there with 2031. That's why they will not do anything to stop Tinubu. Thank you. It's not a done deal, but it's about 75% in. Let me put it that way.
Thank you, all Napolitis. Thank you very much for your submission. I appreciate you, my brother. Tio Bala, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, sir. Let's talk to us. You have 8 minutes.
Yeah, thank you, Niger Watch. Thank you, everyone on the panel. Mommy Diaspora, thank you so much. Everyone on the comment section, thank you. I think on our politics, I really want to thank you for your submission. You spot on in every of your submission regarding this particular topic we discussed. We might be naive in some way or the other, or we are shy away from the truth. You know, talking about the future of Nigeria, I think you are spot on. If you're talking about 70%, I think 70% is even too low. But let's give it between 60 to 70, no problem. Because where we are heading to is something else. Black Panther, I overheard you making some political calculation, permutation, and all of that. And you also said that the Atiku does not have 25% in this and that. You remember Atiku won one of the states in Yoruba land during the 2023 general election. So please, whenever we are making political calculation, we have to be very careful because we made the same error during those state election with some of you saying this and that. Meanwhile, at the end of the day, Olumide Akpata did not even win his own unit. So we have to be very careful. That's just by the, on one hand. Regarding Peter Obi moving to PDP, just in case of what people are speculating, if Peter Obi decides to do that, the word political suicide, meaning Peter Obi have committed political suicide, is going to be a wrong move. And why? We have a Wike there. Wike, one right from his session, never liked Peter Obi politically. I don't know regarding personal stuff. We have the person of Tambuwa and many other northern political elites. They are still holding the key position in PDP, and they all vow to remain in PDP and work against PDP or to work for whoever they want to support come 2027 general election. Peter Obi going there is another political suicide, and it's so unfortunate that it's good that obedient movement, whatever movement, and they will all love Peter Obi. Peter Obi is a great leader. It has the human consciousness, it has the skills or whatever to lead a nation to a prosperous land. But it happens that Peter Obi, in one way or the other, we just have to be truthful here. Politically, it's not strong enough. When I mean it's not strong in terms of calculation, I'm saying this, if there's any amendment, or in my own view, you know, for him to be able to amend something like what Honor Policy said. Now, if it is true, imagine if Peter Obi does not have the stronghold in ADC, and you came out to form a coalition in ADC, and not knowing that they are going to zone it directly to the south, for instance, you know, is something I'm afraid of. Now, before today, Labour Party have been in comatose with many court cases and all of that. As a leader of a party, I expected you to do one or two things. Many people may not like this, but there should have been a way for everybody to work together to make Labour Party a stronger, formidable party, irrespective of what other persons have said. Julius Abure is bad, this one is bad. But the ADC that we are going now, or that you move to now, is there a cent? Is there a Amechi that is there a cent? So Abure was bad, we know. Some other persons in the Labour Party was bad, we know. But we should have been able to manage this set of people to make Labour Party a strong force. Having achieved such a high position, or, you know, during the last election, that would be a best way to build upon. But unfortunately, Labour Party is scattered like never before. And now, like I said, there was one statement I made in one of our brokers about 4 or 5 days ago or so, that now Peter Obi does not have a political party. I said that. Oga Jonathan actually said I'm lying there. He's going to reply, but he never replied me to that up to date. The reason why I said that statement then, I'm still saying it now, is that, okay, where is Peter Obi's stronghold? Is it in Labour Party? And Labour Party today, we all know, is no longer Labour Party, as we all know. After we all have know the activities or the shenanigans of the Apapa, Abure, and many other persons who have been in that political party, are we going back there? How are we going to sell Labour Party come 2027? Now, in ADC, you will see it's not going to happen that they will not just take all the power and give it back to you, just a bare hand. Remember, there is one thing that Ovie said, you know, there is an ideology when it comes to the northern part of the country. Peter Obi does not represent that ideology. So it's going to be a hard
Islamic ideology.
Exactly. It's going to be a hard say, whatever. Now let's go to the PDP. Tambuwa is in PDP. They cannot, Peter Obi, they cannot hand over the leadership of PDP to Peter Obi. It's not going to be done. Okay, we are all clamoring Atiku should step down. Atiku is a Nigerian citizen. He has the right to contest wherever you want to contest. Please, we should tell Peter Obi, our principal, to play his own politics way. I said it in one of our brokers as well. Peter Obi should do lobby. He's allowing politics. Go and reach out to people you want to reach out to in the north. You know, form your own alliance. Even the Tambuwa, you can talk to Tambuwa. Don't worry. You'll be my advice. In 2027, you'll be the president, for instance. Let's do this political calculation. Otherwise, all those St. Louis, rather St. Sorry, not Louis, St. Obi we are trying to form is not going to work. Because many obedient are against the person of, how will I put it, Erufai, against the person of Amechi. Then you want to win election called 2027. It's not going to work.
My brother, Tiobala, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Tiobala, when you are talking, don't say many obedient. Don't say many obedient,
Okay,
please.
so
Because that's the rhetoric. That's the rhetoric you all played in Edo State election.
I don't understand. Is that a question?
I said, don't be saying all obedient. Retrieve the statement.
He did not say all.
Base your statement on what you observe and what your fact is. Don't talk according to what people say.
Hold on. When I say many obedient, or rather, yeah, in what content did I use that one? Can you remember?
In what content do you use that word? It's many obedient. Can you pick anything out of many obedient?
When you say many obedient, finish your time so that I'll use my time.
Hold on. When they say many obedient, in what context? Because you are here now to challenge me. In what context did I use the word?
I am challenging you because you are basing your content and your argument on many obedient. Because obedience is not a political party. It's a movement. You don't. Look, Atiku don't have any political party. Atiku has a movement, and there's a name they call it.
It's like you are not even understanding the whole context in general. So that is why
you don't understand Nigerian politics. That's what I'm telling you.
Let me use my time, please. That is why most of your political calculation are totally wrong, and you guys got it wrong in those states. And it's going to play a good 2027 general election. Peter Obi is a great man. We must do everything possible to find a pathway. All those formulation, calculation that is not realistic, we should not involve ourselves in it. You know, we should not involve ourselves in it. Please, like I said before, moving to PDP is going to be a political suicide. Moving now in ADC, we have the likes of Atiku and many others. If Atiku refuse to relinquish or to drop his own ambition and he go ahead and still do the normal thing he does, you know, and if the members of the ADC, if they are not conscious enough to know that at least let this man at least come and serve at least one term, and they see go with money bags, Peter Obi will have no other place to go. It's not Labour Party. The Labour Party will not win election in 2027. That is my own opinion.
Teobala, you started by saying Peter Obi should have maybe find a way in Labour Party to work together. All this. Listen, if you are in Peter Obi, okay, time don't go.
So,
all right, Teobala, your time is over. Thank you.
No, 1 minute more.
No, 1 minute. No 1 minute. I'll come back to you. You don't talk for forever. You stay there ask for another 1 minute. Let me move on to the next person. Mr. Odoa, talk to us, sir. You have 8 minutes. Thank you, sir. Good evening to you once again.
Thank you, Mr. Nigerians. Good evening, sir. God bless you. Good evening, everyone in the panel. Dr. Singh, Teobala, Black Panther, Baba Louis, Baba, who is the next person? Anyway, you understand. Go understand. WW3 something. Thank you.
I don't understand. Anyway, I understand. Thank you.
Thank you all for your submission, for your view and understanding. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. I never forget you, Mama. God bless you, ma. Thank you, all commenters, listeners, and viewers, and the passerby. God bless everyone. Bring your view according to your understanding. It is all welcome. Breaking news that Atiku have dumped or resigned from PDP and is moving to ADC. Well, it's a movement that everyone want to align. As you people that talk English say, join the moving train. That is what you talk, join the moving train. So since they have found this a hope of them to able to remove Tinubu, to remove Emilocom in 2027, so they should resign from their party and come to this place. Is what matters. Agreement is what matters. We must look Atiku as a desperate man. Yes, which is it, but with understanding can prepare a way. We cannot just judge the book by discover this time around. Despite Sadi is campaigning that he will build this one, he will build that one. They not are happy that Buhari is dead today. They not children, they are happy. Not those who are obey and all this, they are talking arrest. In the streets, it is what demonstrates how person live. Not inside one person's room. In the whole street, we tell you, that's why my people said, a character is like a cloth you sewn. You wash and sewn in the rope. That all I will be seeing it. So Atiku did not coming out to say Atiku be a father to a party, be a father to this. So the South are saying the same thing. The East are saying, the West are saying, the center and the edge, all of them are saying the same thing. So they said it is only the fly that doesn't hear word that will follow the enemy to the grave. So so it is only fly that doesn't hear word. So if Atiku don't want to squander his money or to waste his money, then he must conceal or consider and say, okay, Obi, just do the 4 years you promised. Although that would be agreement, because Emilocon did agreement with Buhari. That is how he's now said it is my turn. So Atiku now can also do the same thing and say it is his turn. So when he gets to his turn, that time they know it's time for the North. So this time it's time for the South. So let us not just judge the book by its cover now. We might be saying this. We are saying this so that all of them will be preparing to know that when you did not do this thing, this is what we will do. That Tinubu will win. But if you do these things, then we can consider that party as a party and go align with it or go along with it. So the message is clear. They said, according to the Christians, said those that have ear, let them hear what the Spirit says to the church. I think we should hear what the Nigerians are saying to him, whether in the south or in the north, east or west. So that is not even what make me. What make me attract me to this place today very well is the interview of the man that people respect. that it is not even Tinubu, it is not even the Buhari that go to the glory of hellfire. That is even the problem. That they themselves are the problem. That because he said OPC we are disturbing in Ilori. That's according to him. OPC we are disturbing in Ilori. So that is where they went and called Buhari and said, you should come and save them, come and save their people from the crime that they commit against the Ilori people. That is why today Ilori is answering Kwara State. And they are calling it the northern part of the Nigeria, which supposed to be complete west or part of south. So people should understand the reason that Buhari, we said Uthman Fodio is still alive. That the Quran is ready to
It don't finally die now.
No. It is not Buhari at all. The one that spoke is, do you remember? It is them that went and called Buhari and said it is only Buhari that can do this. That shows that he said they call a battery of them. He said it in that interview. They call a battery of them. So Buhari never wanted to. So they have to make sure. And that is the reason R05, we are still doing the same thing in his own state. So we should understand where we face. And that is why they are in soldier, they are the head of soldier, they are the head of police, and that is why when they do any rubbish they do in the Nigeria country, that the soldier will cover up for them. We should understand that they are in everywhere in the Nigeria. Where people are saying it is not just Islamic agenda where people are talking. No, it is the full learning to make sure that they cover the entire Nigeria. That the Nigeria themselves will not have say, just like the way they are doing in Ilori, they do in other places that they have covered in the north. So Nigerians should wake up. It was Ilori yesterday. He wanted to be in Ondo. The next thing is Ebonyi now, because I know that Ebonyi is where the biggest mosque in Nigeria. It is Ebonyi. Tomorrow.
No, it is not. It is not the biggest mosque.
Yes, Ebonyi is Ebonyi. Check.
No, it is not. The biggest mosque is either in the one in Abuja or Kano or maybe in Sokoto. If you like, Google it.
Okay.
No, it's not. If you like, Google it. You can Google and say the biggest mosque in Nigeria. They will tell you.
So we should all get it in mind. And it is not time for us to, because of this message, we have to take drastic action. That is why in Edo State the other day, that one we are telling the man that should go and cut Tinubu. Should go and cut Tinubu, because these are the agendas, and that is why no state should ever allow anybody that is not from their state to be a soldier or a police in the name of we are one Nigeria. No, this thing has to stop, because this is the way they dominate everybody. In Edo State, they will use, or they will pack them from the north and be filling it in the name of people will say one Nigeria. No, all these things have to stop.
Mr. Adua,
sir.
Just a quick response to that. Nigerians are no longer nationalists. We don't think as one country anymore. Everybody now think within their ethnic. So the way it is now, nobody really. If you now have someone from other state owning the position in your state, which is a powerful political position in your state, they use it to empower their people from their own land. So people will not think about one Nigeria anymore. It's become so bad where everybody not think about their ethnic group, and that is who the crisis we're facing right now.
Sir, it's better we think about ethnic group now, so that we can make sure this menace that Uthman and Fodo bring, we're able to stop in our time. Because if not, our children now, because those are just computer players.
That would be a wrong idea.
My brother, it's not a wrong idea. If a person can tell you that they went and call Buhari from home, Buhari, even to them, Buhari even come and even overpower them. My dear, you need to prepare.
So if you
My
say
people,
now, if you say now long way, ask yourself where the Sunday Igboho or Bola Tinubu administration able to reverse the law to be under the leadership of the Yorubas? Yes or no? Then they couldn't succeed. Igboho tried, they no fit. So
But there's a way to do it.
Kwara is still under the leadership of the Islamic leadership. So if
There
under
is only
Tinubu they no fit change them, how you think say
Tinubu will
anybody will
play
fit?
the last. Tinubu will play the last card, which is restructure immediately. Then that is what will slow the thing down. Restructure, whereby every region will have their own a mini confederation. That is how you slow it down. But that will come. They know.
All right.
so my people, this thing have told you that.
He has 2 years or 6
You have
years.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Thank you, my
Sorry.
people. This interview, this man just bring that have shown you that there is fire on the mountain. There is fire on the mountain. Everybody, you have to carry whatever you will use to quench the fire and put the mentality in your children, so that when the fire have quenched, then we can now know where to plant crops and know where to wind or where not to weed. Thank you, Mr. Najawash. Thank you very much.
All
Sorry,
right, thank
Naija
you.
watch.
Thank you.
If you ready.
Hold on, please. We have people on the panel that have not said anything. I'll give you
Oh,
time.
sorry.
Sir Luis, you are the last person on the panel. Please talk to us, sir. It's good to have you on the show.
Hello, hi. I didn't really come prepared today, so I don't think I have much to say. Maybe let me just say this for 2 minutes. I can give you that time to.
Just hold
Yes.
on. Just hold on.
Okay, thank you.
I'll give every one of you 30 minutes to round up this show. So do your 2 minutes and hand over to Oga CM. You guys can talk within yourselves. Thank you, sir.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to bring this. I'm going to throw this on the ground. Then we can maybe start from there. What I was trying to say just when I interject when Paudua was talking. My apologies to you, Paudua. I was just trying to say that the way Nigeria is right now, people no longer think about say we are one Nigerian anymore. It's become so bad where, for example, look at Edo State now. An Edo man born in Edo State, just because his ancestors or his ancestry is from Ijoland, he no longer see himself anymore as an Edo man. An Edo man born in Edo State, he will tell you that, I was born in Edo State, I grew up in Benin, but my mother is from this place. So it's become so bad where people no longer, and that now, because of the kind of bad agitations we have in the country right now, about some ethnic whatever, people come to saying we want to create this or create that imaginary kangaroo country they call themselves. So that has now brought this thing about too many Nigerians. So they no longer see themselves to become to be one Nigerian. And now in a state now, we are now people who are divided against themselves. So that because of that, ethnic group people have to begin to become watchful about the people who you are allowed to climb political ladder in your state, because people don't see themselves anymore as we are in this state. Even if you were born there, you live there all your life, the state has been very nice to you, your family live there, but just because your ancestors come from a different far place, now you now have a oath of allegiance to that place, no longer your host community, a place that has actually showed you love. So that is how bad things are right now in the country. And I don't know how we're going to go from here. I think we can continue from here. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Louis. Louis, you know what you said yesterday, and I'm still referring to it, is quite instructive. Let us pray that this Professor Zekome panel, the committee, that they achieve what they set out to achieve. Because why I say so is this. When Professor Zekome was explaining it to either channel, is it Arise? We're asking questions. He said what they want to do is, it's urgent that though the Patriot has gone to Tinubu before, but Tinubu was trying to tell them that the economy is what will occupy him now. Let him see what he could do. Then not that he waved it, he welcomed them. I think we saw it. But he said he wanted, I think that was last year, that the economy is the issue now for him. He will come back to that later. But Professor Zekome is saying that they want sort of to bring it to him that it is urgent. Let him forget it. Let them do this. Give ourselves a constitution, because he said it that there is no amount of amendment for something that is useless. You can't amend it 1,000 times. It still cannot be good. Nigeria need a brand new constitution. And how will that constitution come about? A meeting of every ethnic group will come to Nigeria. We come around them and then say what they want on equal representation. That gave me hope. Because even if it's me, you feel that maybe I am encroaching, maybe because of what I have, and you now have opportunity of meeting around the table to discuss, you can bring it up. So with what we are analyzing now today, I feel that the card, because I've said it before, and I wouldn't even call it a card. I remember when I was saying that Tinubu hasn't got any plan, but to save his presidency, let him move straight with restructuring, such that the power people are encroaching in the center to consume, he has devolved it. So center won't be attractive anymore. Let me now see why, when we are now in regions and the regions are powerful, let me now see why somebody from one region will now move to want to say, look, let me go and then implement this in another region. That's what I'm saying. So,
CM.
That's it.
Regional is not the regional is not the solution.
Before you continue,
CM just made a
CM.
very
just
CM
hold
just
on,
made a
please.
very good point. What CM said is actually that's very
No,
Can I say
hold on
something,
now.
please?
Hold on now. Just a minute.
Regionalism is not the solution.
Okay,
No,
let me
no, no. Don't say that. Don't say
hold on,
that, please.
hold on.
Let me give you reason why I said that.
Don't
Okay,
say that. You say you don't like it.
please hold on,
Huh?
everybody. Hold on, everybody. You come. I know Sir Lewis gave 2 minutes and then it wasn't it. So he kind of came to listen so much today. So Ovi, after you, I think Tiobala, after Tiobala, let's organize then. Okay, if you don't mind, between Black Panther, okay, Odu after Odu and then Black Panther. Then if there's time, then just please
I'm
let's just
also
make
come
it.
first now. I'm board number one here.
Okay. It's okay. It's
See,
okay.
it just
Go ahead. Go. Let him
just-
go. Let him go. Go ahead. I'll go
okay.
after you. Go.
Okay. The point here is the proposal is very okay. The point here is that Tinubu want to win second term election, and he will not assent to this proposal only when he can only attend to you only when he's in the second term. Tinubu can have the mind to do that, because there are still some region of the country who does not still believe in this regional government. And Tinubu don't want to play into those people's hands, because 2027 is very crucial to Tinubu.
Which people do not believe in the so-called which people? So region.
I still believe the North doesn't want a regional government for now.
You see,
hold on.
Tinubu will play it as a card. If he sees that the second, look, if I'm in Tinubu's shoes and I feel that the second term, from the good look of things, maybe towards 2020, early 2026, I'm seeing the sign even before the end of this year. I put it in. You can actually, you know that somebody said, Professor Zekome said, if Tinubu can do that, he will go down in history as one of the greatest presidents of Nigeria.
It's always like that. They feel that he will go down in history. Does Tinubu want to go down in history? That is one.
See, Chobala, Oga, hold on. Chobala, you must look at Chobala in this life. Let me tell you one thing that should advise you. You must be a person of conviction. And when you believe in your conviction, you drive it. Whether this man or not, you drive it forward, because it's a conviction that is built with the foundation of truth and what will make the country work. No, this is conviction. It's more than realistic. Don't you understand?
What are you saying?
You are not convinced. You don't believe that we can play this old card. We will survive with that.
Allow other people to talk now. Just because he has made a very confused argument for you doesn't mean other people should not make their own now. True? You agree with him. That's okay. That doesn't mean everybody should agree with him.
You can go ahead and have the floor and say what you want to say, sir, please.
It's okay. Tiola, please round up so that we can.
Yeah, the point I'm making here is very simple. Tinubu will want to do everything to secure his second term ambition. Then maybe during the second term, whatever proposal the Mozekume, whatever they are bringing, might even be sent to during the second term. So that is what I'm saying, that is regarding that particular one. So we should not use that one now at this point in time. If we are talking about securing a good governance, regarding what APC is actually bringing to the table right now is very detrimental to us, the citizen of that country. Are you getting it? And in order for us to remove those people, come 2027, we should do our political permutation well. So let me not deviate too much, but regarding this particular case, Tinubu will not assent to it.
Okay. Thank all politics.
Yeah, the idea of regional government is not going to work. I mean, we were there before, but most importantly, I think we are being selfish. We think about ourselves. We are gone. It's not Nigeria of today or tomorrow is no longer for us. We have to think ahead. If the projection of Nigeria in by the year 2050 is going to be about 400 or 500 million people, what the heck is this? How many million each region will be? It's 2025. Anything that does not include state autonomy, because that's at the level of democracy. Nowhere, anywhere, one person will not decide for millions in the name of
But
democracy.
the
It doesn't
region
work
will
like
bring
that.
that. The region will give room to that.
Let me finish now. That's what I'm saying. The
You see, the
region
understanding of regional is the problem we have.
fucking word. Can you allow me finish? When you have your time, you make your own that you do that for God's sake. I'm trying to explain why I say regional is not going to work. You know, if I allow me finish, you don't. Then tomorrow go talk say, oh, this guy say region no go work. Why in talk? I'm not go pay.
Okay, continue to speak, I beg. Continue to speak.
Stop interjecting. You have your own time to speak.
Hey,
Yeah,
speak
people
now.
are
Who hold
listening.
you? Speak.
Oh, duh. Black Panther, please allow him. Just leave him. Oh yeah, please. Ovie, thank you.
One Nigerian this smaller. We will never agree. We never think as a one, as a people. Never in history of that when they join us together since early 1900 that we ever think as one. An attempt to reason as one, and be Abure Accord. What happened? They never allow it stand. So the idea that each region will be like 100 million or close to 100 million each region by the year 2050, then will come to complain again. No. Let every state be in charge of its own economy. That's how democracy works. I don't need anybody for Abuja or anywhere in the region to be dictating for me how I should live in my own village. It doesn't happen like that. Now, we might come together under one big umbrella in terms of military monetary policy for security reasons. That's fine. We are talking about, if you listen to other, because it's a competition of ideology all over the world. The Islamic movement that we are talking about today, they start. Ilori was taken over 1804. Think about it. 200 years later, the Igbo Wars make attempt to reverse that leadership. They never succeeded. 200 years later. You think in a region now go be the problem. If not the region, the North is already a 3 big region. It's about numbers. How many people should be under one order? That's what we should be talking about. Which kind of region? By the time in the South alone will be like 200 million people by the year 2050. Then we'll come to complain again. No, we should look beyond ourselves. We are selfish. The people, the Usman Danfodio we are talking about today, did not look. They look beyond themselves. Buhari once said in one of the interviews that we are not going to feel what he did now in the next 50 years. We don't understand what it means by that. Have you ever imagined in the next 10 to 20 years, the route between Kanu to Mararaba will be so wide open and the traffic will be in tens and millions? Okay. It is not about us. Right. We are done. They've eaten our future, fine. But the worst we can do is to set a precedent for those who are yet to come. Never about our generation anymore. If Buma Galadima was rebuilding a city of 200 years ago, think about that. Okay. Maybe today this country, the people will put them together, know why they put them together. We should be asking ourselves, why is it that now people will put us together, they govern us indirectly? There's a similarity between our history and that of United States. Why? Because the two countries are invented countries. America was invented, so is Nigeria. The difference is that those that invented Nigeria don't have the opportunity to govern it.
Okay. Hold on, Black Panther. Thank you. Thank you, Ovie, if you have time to come back, maybe a minute or two, what I want you to think about, but we are not going to talk now, is state. Somebody said, you said that state will work, but regional won't work. But just have it in mind. When you come back, you address that. So, Black Panther, let's hear you, please. Thank you.
See, I will start by saying this. Don't allow Nigeria to go through you, but you go through Nigeria. You see, everything we are talking about here is that some of us are not convinced that you can change, a generation can change the tides of old generation. Some of us are saying we have given up because this man does not agree. You don't need 20% to disagree before you can go ahead to form a state. If 20% does not agree and 80% agree, you can forge ahead to move for a constituent state. Now, people are coming with history but the history is not well articulated, not even convincing, because they've not gone through it to study it and read it. But they are just bringing a fraction of it, using that to call it to gullible Nigeria to convince them. That is hell no, you can't have a way over that. Regionalism does not mean autocracy. Regionalism becomes with the group of people that believe in the same ideal, form a region, coerce it, have a constitution. They know who they are, they know what they believe in, and they forge ahead to make a formidable state. That is what the region is. It's not an autocracy. They're not taking your right. It's when you, both of you, believe in an ideal, like the Niger Delta, the Edo State, the Shekiri, the Calabar. We all believe in one thing. We want to rise above. We want to own our resources to rise up and build our region. That is it. That is what it is. It's not autocracy. And it's not somebody monopolizing you. It has been proven and it works. Who told you regionalism did not work? Where did you have the pyramid in the north? I think you people are mistakenly to read some books that are against regionalism. The regions work in Nigeria. Who built Cocoa House? With what? It's Awolowo. With what? With the resources in the region. Awolowo created an industrial estate, which this same politics that you got into, this democracy, made a caricature of the beautiful concept created by region, by Awolowo. Go to the north. They have a lot of industries. They were doing a lot of farm work. They were producing a lot of farm work, and they built the northern region. Then why should you come forward to tell us that regionalism did not work? What is your fact there? So you now believe in the lies instead of the facts. Regionalism, in a way, if well arranged with the concept that the professor said, it's going to work. Don't say it's not going to work. Go and have a good understanding of different type of governance, and look at your country that have different type of languages. Now, look at India. India have more languages commensurate with Nigeria, but what are they practicing? Is it not regionalism they are practicing there? Is it not working for them? Do you know how long a lot of people rebuke it, and a lot of us so went on because they wanted to rebuke the system, but the system is creating a superpower nation, the third in the world. And we come here, we have to rebuke instead of us going there to study it. You are saying Islamic whatever. Islamic whatever. They believe in regionalism. They foster in regionalism. Who break the regionalism? It is the military people who were biased, who wanted to take things by force and make you believe in them. That is why they came to take over and break the whole thing. Regionalism have worked in Nigeria, and we are working with something that was formidable. Enaro took his hand up and created something good for us. So what are we talking about? Was it not the prime minister? Was it not from the north? Was it not the Atiku, not the president? Did they fight? No, there was no quarrel. So where did you get your fact that regionalism did not work?
Hold on, Black Panther. Okay. See, you have the right to make your own opinions. Maybe
look, Chobala,
please calm down.
Chobala, wait,
let him finish.
Let me talk.
Let me straighten things.
Can you let me talk?
Let me finish. For God's sake, let me talk.
Let me talk.
Let me tell you what I am saying.
You don't have the right.
Jobala, I am not.
Excuse me, Jobala. Niger Watch handed over to me, isn't it? Niger Watch handed over. Well, I'm even trying to see if we can go another round before the time goes. That's what I want. Let it flow.
Finish. Now, why you want to speak for me?
We want to go again, please. What is it? Black Panther, please.
Let me land with you. Tiobala, you are not understanding me. I am not against his own concept. I am only trying to tell him, if you want to convince us the more on the concept that regionalism does not work, you have to state your facts so that it can be convincing. Because the professor of law did not just come from the moon. I said, yeah, we need a constitution. Professor of law has been there. He bought the idea.
Yeah,
He knows it. So what the hell are we now talking? That we are more professor than him?
Hold on.
Thank you.
Look at the point.
Okay. Hold on, Tiobala. Please. No. Because I gave Ovie assignment. You've heard what Black Panther said. Please note it down. Ovie, not Ovie. Odua, please, if you can, just help us. Then we go back to some. What is it?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Well,
Can I say, okay.
Those who said state, it is good. Those who said region, it is good. But in region, you still have state. The only thing that I know, a diversity country like Nigeria, the only thing that we put it in the line of progress is region. It becomes competitive. The reason that the country is not working today, because it's under one confederation, as you people call it. Authority come from Abuja. Then without that, that is why when you arrest these terrorists in your state, then they will come from Abuja, they will release him. But if it is region, my dear, they cannot release him because the Abuja authority is not limited. The crime was committed in my region, the supersede is in my region, everything. And that time, all this menace of this oligarchy that they want to go and soak Quran in whatever sea, we reduced. And even we did not stop, but we reduced. Because if you come to my side, I torture you the way you deserve. You go to the other side, they pet you, then you can relax with them. But if they did not pet you, then you will not just run away. So that is for that. Then when Nigeria were really moving, it was when it was region. My brother, you are saying a state. Tell me all this thing, because as you call that name Ovie, so I know you are my data brother. Please tell me the since they have make us a state, what is the progress that don't have the receive? What is the progress that the data have received? But when we are region, you hear, if you hear me, I always cry about Tukbila Smith. It was during the time of a region. No? All these broadcasting houses, they were working that time. It was during the time of region. But today, they are no longer working when it becomes state. So, good roads, the road they tied that time, it was region road. But the road they are tying now, it is state road. How many days did it last? The road they tie in region. Those schools, when we have government school, when we have hospitals, it was region time. Then what we have today, that they will go and commission Kota Road, Dust Road, Chaco Road, it is state. So, my brother, region is still better than the state. But today, if we make it a region, whether it's the South region, even your region, if you have region, you can still break out of that region. Italy today, the zone I live, they are still fighting for their region to break out of Italy. This Italian government is under region by region. So Rome is limited. That is why Rome can give order. This side will tell you it doesn't concern them. They have their own order. Every region of this Italy have their own order. But it doesn't matter that there are something they still do with the Rome authority, but there are things that doesn't do with the Rome authority. Okay. So for me, region is the best. Whether you speak Lakbahwao, the other one speak Olukumio, it doesn't matter. What matters is understanding. Let us bring ideas together and work in unity. The reason that we are crying today, because those people who want to soak Quran to the sea doesn't want to work with our idea. That is the reason. If not, Nigeria will have been one region. But since they don't want to work with our idea, so let us go with those who will work with your idea. Thank you, Baba Sim. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. Thank you very much. Ovie has. Lewi.
I think if you look at it,
I thought you
A quick
donated
one.
your time to us. Okay, well,
Yes,
that's
let
okay.
me just quickly chip this in. Nigeria is the only multi-ethnic country in the world right now with that size that operates the system we are operating right now. Nigeria is the only country. And it doesn't make any sense at all. With the kind of people we have, the kind of diversity we have. You know, look at Canada, for example. Over the United Kingdom, we're talking about, we have England, we have Wales, we have Ireland, we have Scotland. You know, and look at the US. So we have to learn from developed people. We have to use some part of their system to develop ourselves. We practiced this thing back in the days, it worked. And it was dissolved. But we have to go back because right now the way it is, things are not working now. Let's be truthful to ourselves. Things are not working. Are we going to continue like this? You cannot continue to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. Things are not working. So I'll just leave it. I'll leave it for now. Let's go back. I think that would be better off. Thank you.
Okay, thank you
Sam,
very
can
much.
I come in now?
It's okay. Yes, I give you a minute to reply to questions as then we start our submissions again. Oh, Ovie is no more here.
I really
Okay,
do
well,
not have much question. My point is that when Brapata was giving submission, he make a very good point regarding this regional government of a thing. And he was able to, juxtapose it with the one the Indian are practicing now, which is actually working. And regional government, I'm not of the opinion that it will not work. Definitely it will work because the type of diversity we have in our country today is too much. Having a regional government, we reduce it, like, having some states or region like geopolitical zone, like they have managed resources, that would be okay. And we won't be better if we even streamline it down to the states. All in all, what I'm saying is that regarding this regional government, because I don't really know what brought us to the topic of we discussing regional government. Because I'm still on the opinion, despite the fact that Mike Ozeko may propose this regional government, which I believe, if allowed to work, it will benefit the nation Nigeria. It will enable each state to manage their resources. But who is going to ascend to this regional government B? For instance, it's going to be a B. It's going to let them jettison this current situation we are currently practicing right now. By so doing, Tinubu will not want to lose that. And you want to continue with the second term. Are you getting what I'm saying? So what is the pathway towards achieving this regional government? It's not just a mere Michael Zuckerman said this. Michael Zuckerman, I will not just sit down here and believe it. No.
Okay. Yes, good. You see, but the thing is that the answer to your question is already in the question. You've already sort of answered it without maybe inadvertently. See, we've not had the chance. I mean, the Patriot, which Ozekome is a member, a key member for that matter, they've been before. Tinubu didn't dismiss it. He said, but now let me see what the economy, he said he was wanting to look at it. He welcomed them. He said, we look into it, but let the economy for now. Ozekome said they are going back now to tell him the urgency of the situation, that he cannot wait. Let the economy this thing. That's what they are saying. So, and one thing he said there that gladdened my mind was, he said every ethnic group will bring a representative onto new constitution. Otherwise, this thing will crash. Now, with that type of thing taking place, do you know where it? You see, that's why sometimes this 2027 is still pregnant too. I will even want let this Ozekome issue. Let this Ozekome committee succeed. Let's leave for 2027 is also good, but let this one succeed. Do you know why? This regionalism or something like empowering, because why Nigeria is, people say Nigerian president is the most powerful president in the world. People will clap hand. But have you forgotten that it is that because it is so powerful that made us the poverty capital of the world? Don't you see the correlation? So if this restructuring is how to reduce, because Ozekome said 67 items controlled by the president, it's not done anywhere in the world. So if they can reduce it maybe to 12 or 9, so that the center won't be attractive anymore, who are you going to dominate? That is a way to take the carpet or something off the feet of anybody who is bringing the irredentism of any type. And that is what I support. As a person, I don't want to dominate anybody, and I don't want anybody to dominate me. That will be the best. One advantage I feel is that if the region are so sort of self-governing, confederal, that's what we have. All this Black Panther said India, Australia, big nations in the world. Let's just take it. America is big in terms of population and landmass, federal. Canada, federal. Australia, federal. United Arab Emirates, UAE, is federal. They are running. Germany, federal. India, federal. Which other country am I forgetting? These are big countries, and they are running federal. Nigeria, pseudo. So if we do it, the advantage is that, let me now say why my
Australia and Canada are running the same thing with England.
No, but it's still regional. Forget about
the king. No, the king is still the head of their regions.
But when we have regionalism in Nigeria, it was still the queen. Remember, before when
yes, you're right.
So it's still even in the UK here, it's like regional, because Scotland, I can tell you, they print their own currency in Scotland. Call it
yes,
Bank of
they are on
Scotland.
their own. Yes,
on their own. So I mean UK. So there is even the people, they say Britain is controlling Nigeria. But they are doing regional. In Scotland, they have their system of education. They are A level. There's some university to get their first degree in Scotland. Instead of 3 years, they do 4. Because they are A level, there's a way they do it. There's some courses you come out with masters. So if you're doing a single on or chemistry, physics, you come out with masters. They will just do 3 years and come out with bachelors.
Let me boost your point.
So I'm coming. So there's a way they do their own. So if we can do this in Nigeria, whereby this regional system, you are something like semi-autonomous or something like that. Let me now see why you pass a law. Somebody will drive cattle from somewhere to come and be telling you because his brother is in Abuja. Because the power of the president is in fact, the region is that these regions will give money like they do in the 1960s when Awolowo was using cocoa to build West. You give money to federal, and Ogoni will release money to federal, not the Ogoni saying federal come and give us money. It's even better than 2027 to me. If for this was the Tinubu, that's why they said if Tinubu can achieve this, let me tell you, he will go down in history, because everybody have now seen that there's no point going to the federal, because anything Tinubu will do, one day he will get out. Even if he does 2 years, one day he will get out. Another person will come and then change it, because the power, that 67 items, he's still there. But if the 67 items has been reduced and given to the regions, why am I in those days?
Dr. Sien.
Yes.
Dr. Sien, let me tell you where they are afraid of. Biotobalana asked a question. He said, how do you think that...
Hold on, Black Panther. Please, Niger Watch, bring Ovie in for the time remaining, please. I don't know why he kicked himself.
Jobala say, how do you think that the president will accept it? You gave one point that the president told them to go back, that is busy with national issue. That means the president is interested in it. That's a good start. Now, Jobala, you see, if you go to Dr. Zekome, the Professor Zekome, he's a constitutional lawyer. He's well abreast. He's the only constitutional lawyer that we have presently that is living, that we have in Nigeria now. Now, because it's an authority. Now, if you go and listen to his interview, the pathway is well explained. There's a caveat there that I put there. You see, this constitution is not going to take away the senators and the House of Rep yet. We need them to fulfill the final stuff. He said they're not going away. And to the president, it's an opportunity for him to even serve, to complete his 8 years or to renew anything, because in the regional government, you are going to have your prime minister and you're going to have the president, who is going to be the executive president, that will be receiving other president from other countries, or the diplomats. Those are his functions with some other functions. But the running of the country is on the prime minister. Now, it is going to be a very good pathway for Tinubu himself. Since he's so busy, we'll make it less busy for him and keep him in a position where he'll be less busy and doing some limited official function before he goes, because he's only going to spend 5 years. While the prime minister is going to be chosen, 2 of them will be chosen from the parliament that is made up of the region. So there are going to be few. It's going to be only one house, which is going to save us a lot of money to develop and do that human what you said, human capital development. What do you call it? It's going to be good to develop the Nigerians. We have enough money, but this money that we have is not going to be authoritatively in the hands of the president. The region, we control the finances. The destiny of the region depends on the premier that is elected from the region, which is being elected by the house of the parliament in the region. In each region, they elect their premier that will oversee everything in the region. It's a very good plan that we work.
There's a caveat there. Anyway, let me stop there. It's like people are not getting
Can I come in?
We are just hoping for
hold on. Okay, what is the name? Sorry, Teobala, 1 more minute before we bring in Ovia. I know he just organize.
Like I said before, everybody, even if you ask majority of Nigerians now, they really love this idea of regional government. You know, definitely to enable us to utilize our resources very well, you know, and to even have your own local laws, you know, that can help you develop and also, you know, prosecute and all of that. But I'm still talking about the pathway. It's not just enough to say Tinubu we are sent to it. And as a result of that, we might just be talking, I don't know.
Okay. Ovie, just a few seconds. Teobala, let's remove regionalism. What is your antidote? What is your solution to get out of this, the way Nigeria is? If what Ozekome them doing, maybe you have a doubt, let's leave it aside. So give your own, present your own viewpoint. What do you think?
Yeah,
given everything that what Nigeria should do?
My own, very good question. My own idea is that I believe, in my own opinion, that this APC government will not assent to this regional government. You know, and if they do, we've
agreed. We want to remove regional. They are not going to accept. So tell us what they are going to do. Tell us what is the thing, because they won't assent to it. I agree, they won't, and you agree. Now, what do we do? Just tell us, what do we do?
Like, what we should do is to look for somebody who also align with this regional government in 2027. Let's rally around this person, whether Peter Obi or whoever, you know. Then we'll be able to push that person to power. Then we cannot give in this proposal. And I believe within his first 1 year, all this thing will be ascended to. That's my own belief.
Okay, you believe it, at least in a way now, you still believe that regionalism is good, but only that the people there now might not be able to embrace it.
Exactly.
It's okay. Yeah, so that is it. So your own is the personnel that are there now, not that the entire principle of what regionalism should be is not good for Nigeria, but it's just the people here that you do not trust them to bring it into being. That's okay. Ovie, are you still World War III? Okay, you there here. World War III. It not go work. So please.
When I say,
yes, why?
Okay. When I say with this selfish, we think about ourselves alone, right? I mean, let's have an adult conversation. All this name calling, oh, you know it good. This one a professor. This is a bull crap. This is 2025. The difference between the professor and the ordinary person of yesterday is not the same today. Yesterday, now because the professor is privileged to have access to some information and some books, not be so big today. Can be anywhere around the world, you get access to any kind of information and books you want to read. And just because you know do, I don't mean everybody, other people know they do. The idea is, when Nigeria go through, maybe you go through Nigeria. We don't know who they talk to.
But Ovie, hold on. Remember that a layman can never be a surgeon. It doesn't matter anywhere you do. Sure, you know that.
That's not the point.
Okay.
No, that's not the point.
Let them talk, they go.
Okay.
This is an age of information.
Okay.
Now, when are they talking about regionalism in the world? People where they argue, they will just argue, say, oh, regionalism worked before. But could not say why it worked before. One of the most important indices you have to take into consideration is numbers. What is the population of Nigeria in the 60s? What, 70, 80 million? So it's split into 3 regions, or 4 regions. Can I finish, please?
Are we more than
what
Indians?
Explain, that's what I'm explaining.
Okay.
Just allow me finish now, I beg.
Okay.
Unlike what you're saying, I read a lot. So I'm not going to just come the talk waiting, I don't know. Let me finish here before you disagree with me. It's allowed. Now, in the 60s, Nigeria voted 70, 80 million. Split that into three before region, how many? 20, 20 million, right? What is the economy of those in 60 billion? What is manpower? It's agriculture. So you understand where the progress comes from. Fast forward to today, how many are we? But when I say we dey selfish, we should not be analyzing issue based on us. It is not about us. It's about generation
No,
of God.
no, okay. Where are we selfish?
Let me
You
finish
cannot be
now.
talking what to us.
Please.
Where are we selfish?
Oh my
Tell us.
fucking God. In
Okay,
fact, I'm
please.
going there. Can you
You
allow
cannot
me
be
go
blowing
there?
grammar.
Okay.
You are blowing grammar. Tell us where we are
Let me
selfish.
finish.
No, na
Let
later.
me finish.
Oh, no, na later talk, I beg.
If you don't allow me say where to go, how do you know what I'm trying to say?
We don't understand you. Tell us where we are selfish.
Black
You can
Panther.
never understand if you don't allow me to finish. How can you
Black
understand if you don't allow me to
Uh,
finish?
Black Panther.
How can you understand if you don't allow me to finish? It's a common sense. Let me finish. When I say we are selfish, we should not be thinking about the next 10, 20, 50 years. Statistics is already showing us by the year 2050, Nigeria is going to be about 400 million people. So whatever policy you are driving, whatever constitution, that is what is going to be in your mind. Now split 400 million people into regions. How many will be? This region will still be 100 plus million. Then we will still complain. Why did they say Nigerian president is the most powerful president? It is because every 36 governor they run up to him. That is why more powerful than that of America or that of India. So when you democracy is about representation. There's a reason each house of rep in America represents 600 people instead of millions. So if by the year 2050, Nigeria is going to be 50 million, each region will be how many? 100 million. We go see the complaint say one person is having too much power. So the people who set this system, federal, state, and local government, they know what they are doing. Just because we are not implementing and practicing it doesn't mean that is what it should be.
Can I come in here?
Okay. Oh, no, hold on.
Can I come in here, please? You have talked now. You have led your point now. What do you want to say again?
Black Panther.
Let me debunk his point.
Wait, Black Panther.
Let me finish now. The site is already at 80 million. That's what they are attributing the 80 million. How many are going to be by the year 2050? 200 million? Then you can't get one leader in one region. They dictate to everybody. They will call the complaint is too powerful. It's not about us.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Tomorrow. Let me speak to Oge. Let me give down the understanding.
Wait, hold on.
Let me give him audio because he's trying to play a music from one side. I know where it's coming from. Let me, Ovie, you are the one selfish here. Look, how do you talk about population and you bring democracy that cannot control the population, that cannot spread its wealth to that same tiny population? See, you don't have to break it down. Okay, hold on now. Okay, when you are doing your I beg, doctor, wait. Okay, there's what when you start your premises that you started from.
Are you using your time or
God, no, they cut that. They use my time. They can't learn. Yeah, not stick and stick. They can't learn.
Please.
Okay, your beginning was already faulty. Now you said regionalism.
What is my beginning, please?
Wait, your beginning. Dr. CM said it now. A farmer cannot be a professor. A farmer cannot be a doctor. See, when you talk about regionalism,
you're mistaking two things. You're mistaking two things. No, hold on. CM is talking about two different things.
Let me state my point.
CM is
Excuse me. You cannot be arguing like this. You want to learn.
Excuse me.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying, don't understand what CM meant. That's not arguing.
Excuse me. See, because of this night, I will apply. I will have that privilege to the poor people behind the bar. Not be behind the backstage bar. I mean, they put behind the bar. I will have that distance so that if they hand over to me, say if you know see yourself for screen, say you there behind bar. when I want, I bring you in. I know Kiao. She wanna hear them. Because why I'm saying this is that you see, yes, I always like conviction. When Tiobala finished, we ask questions, we are learning from each other. It's by asking question. I don't. That is what I always like. You ask the person question, you go explain. You ask him again. If he contradicts himself, people go no. But please, let's not be rowdy. Please, let's not be rowdy. Ovie, just thank you very much. Black Panther, if you have a question or
Sorry, CM,
please,
CM,
please.
I want to enlighten him on what he's saying. Now, obviously, we are selfish. Now, let me tell you how you say we are selfish. In a regional government, the regional government is have a leader controlled by the premier, and in the region there, they have section which is also autonomy too. It's not that the premier we act like what we have now, because as it is at the top, it goes down to region. Nobody is an autonomy of each other. We all contribute to the development. See, you must have a sense of contribution, not regardless of, you are talking about population, you have got it all wrong, because 1.8 billion or thereabout population, India has already defeated your facts. So you have no, don't go through that, because that one is just, if you go to that place, you are wrong.
India is around 1.4. Ovie, hold on.
1.4 billion. Thank you for correcting me there.
Yeah, CM, can I say something?
So wait now. See, yeah. What I want is that I want us to live here with greater knowledge. We want to enrich ourselves. That's what I want. That's what we stand here for. Please, here is like a open university, but let us listen and then ask questions, because I believe if with question you understand better. Let the person answer it. Now, what I want everybody to address is: do any of you, all of us, agree that the power of the president in Nigeria should be reduced in whatever way, shape, or form?
Yes, sir.
100%.
It should be reduced.
100%.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, that's okay. So,
reduce to what?
No.
Reduce to what?
Even if reduce,
yes, even if argument be that regional or state.
It's all
we said it when it goes to our time.
Okay, wait. Yes, obviously reduce to what?
Reduction is on percentage.
Wait. Okay, let me put it. I won't use percentage. About 67 items on the exclusive list that the federal control. Let's say they reduce it to the key ones. From what I gather, it might not be more than 12. That's what I mean by reduction. It might be more. It might be reduced by maybe only 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. But to me, it should be reduced to at least manageable size. That's what I'm saying. So that the state will do more.
Can I ask you questions? Yeah, let me ask you a question.
Can
I ask you a question?
Okay,
that you know that's not our problem, right? Our problem is that the president allocate the power of the state to himself and to that of the local government. That is why
what are we talking about?
Hey, hold on. It is not the president allocating; it's the constitution that gave the
president.
It's
the constitution.
Hold on. We are saying the same thing. That's what made the president too powerful.
No, we are not saying the same thing.
We are not saying the same thing, I beg.
He locate to himself. Paper give it to him. Instruction give it to his different.
President, not the last president. He comes and goes.
Reduction of the power. What are you arguing now? What are you arguing,
Hold on.
See, let us always correct with respect and with not with.
It is about the office, not the president comes and goes. The office of the president, that's what we are talking about. Let's have another conversation about the president occupy the office.
Okay, do you want reduction or not?
No, we've agreed.
Do you want reduction or not?
Black Panther,
hold on. The office, not the person. The power is in the office, not the person.
We are not talking about
the office.
See, listen.
I'm just
not understanding.
The power is in the office, not in the person.
Black Panther, hold on. Everybody agreed. Including agreed that it should be reduced, but he was asking me like by how much or something like that. That's why I was giving an example. since we've
No,
agreed,
because
so how?
I asked you that
No,
question to know if you actually
Mr.
understand why
Ovie,
they
it's
say that.
okay.
yes,
Hold on,
Mr.
let me
Ovie,
clarify
it's okay.
let me clarify
Mr.
something now.
Ovie,
I asked
Mr.
CM, you know why I asked you that question?
please,
It's just to
the
know if
way
you
you
understand
are
why
not
they say
saying like
Nigerians
two
power.
Naija.
Moderator be abeg, moderator be abeg, moderator
Make
abeg.
make una allow me now to the correct here this thing.
Because they scatter this argument too much.
CM,
It's not scatter. It's
We are
correct.
not arguing, we are in discussion, please.
Let me say CM. I asked you that question to know why they say Nigerian president is too powerful. That's why I asked you that question, not in percentage. Why is it that why people are saying Nigerian presidency is too powerful? Because we need to understand why. It's not the question.
CM said that
about all those things that you mentioned.
the item in the
Oh God.
exclusive list.
It's not about those items. It's not about those items.
Hold on.
Okay,
It's not about the
then
items.
and let
What
another
gives the
person
president
talk.
the power
Dr.
of
CM,
it?
please. May una let another person talk.
So we are arguing about self.
See,
It is not about the item. It is not ever about the item that makes the president
It's
powerful.
about what? It's okay, we hear.
It's about the power the office acquired.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's
You are
okay,
the confused himself.
it's okay, please, it's okay, please. You see, what causes this is that when you jump into correct, it becomes too rowdy. It's not fair now. It's not fair. Allow person to, if I say, okay, if the person stops, then you bring in your question, maybe the person will not see the folly of what he said. That's what we are saying. We've agreed that presidential power in Nigeria, the item they control, presidency, office of the presidency or the president, office, the power it controls is too much. We've agreed that it should be reduced. But it depends on the debate will come by how much. That one different again. So, what is the name? The Black Panther, please, 1 minute. Then Odua, 1 minute.
See. Manager Abeg Ferreira said he wants to add 2 points.
Wait. See, hold on.
Okay.
Black Panther, no be Black Panther. Hold on. I called you Tiobala 1 minute. Then,
I thought you called my name now.
Now you the answer Tiobala again.
The point here is this, I believe what Ovie was trying to say regarding the power in terms of regional. Maybe I might be wrong in terms of what he said. Maybe the north might be high in population compared to maybe in the east now. Maybe if you have a cis geopolitical zone or region, depends, either what you mean. But if you talk about the general population, that should not be a problem at all. But if you are telling me that maybe one region will dominate the other region, well, there may be an angle to your own argument, but it might not be entirely true. We are talking about states managing their resources, or region managing their resources. Then in that region, they will not devolve power again to individual states, whereby each state will not remit their resources to the regional government. That government will now pay some percentage to the federal, as the case may be. It still depends on what the resources individual have. At that point, it will not give the individual state or region to be able to harness what they have within themselves. You find out that a state that does not even have any oil or gas can even leverage on the human capital they have, at the case maybe, or in the agriculture.
God bless you, my brother.
In their region. So there's no need for you to tell me that because some state does not have oil or whatever, or one will be dominated by the other, that'll be fine. Just the last point, if you make just the last point. We also said something regarding professor and all of that. I think I actually agree with you. The information we have back then is different from the information in today's world. There are some what professors know then, where you can even sit at the comfort of your home, you also know it, but it's still different. There exists some element to it. Are you getting it? Like someone now who is doing PhD in one small area of research, no matter what you read on the internet, it's not going to be the same. So whatever we are saying, is that let there be a regional government, it will create peace, it will create development, and that will be the best approach. But how to achieve it is what I'm saying. APC will not allow.
Yeah, but no matter how internet savvy you are, if you are not a civil engineer, you're not a civil engineer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
God bless you, doctor.
That is by the way. And if you're not a cardiac surgeon, you can't operate somebody in the
You can't perform it.
Research in that
area. So that
can I explain something?
No, hold on, please.
Okay.
Please, Ovie, please.
Okay.
Now that is by the way. We'll be going to my talk. Okay, welcome, Ferreira. Olumide don't come. The one where
Olumide don't come. Fire don't come.
Olumide attended the same secondary school with Tinubu. But the thing is, Olumide graduated. I mean, Tinubu graduated before they established the school. Then Olumide can graduate from the school. So that is the difference. But both of them are old boys of Government College, Lagos. Both of them. What will happen now is, okay, Ferreira, welcome. Olumide, welcome. I know Nigeria was brought two people in probably because of the time we are about it to round up. From what two people have heard from the background, because I don't need to.
Now, before anything, Dr. Senior, before I reach their turn, I'll use my 1 minute so that I'll leave them to
Yeah,
talk.
okay, yeah, exactly. And I believe this time now, please, when you speak, let us defer to more to two of them to listen to them. So welcome, and then when it gets to your when Odua finishes, between you, Ferrer, I think you came in before Olumide. Then we now come to you, Odua. Just 1 minute, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sien. And Ovie, thank you, Black Panther, thank you. But if person talk, no, not the match in tongue. No, let them finish. If you get anything to correct or whatever, before you go in. Ovie, I want to correct this impression that state. You said in a region, one person will now become powerful, controlling, you are counting millions. And you will have do the same thing. This million you count on this region, that one person. That means if we have 6 regions, that means you have 6 different rulers in that region. Now, we did not make it a region. It is one person that is controlling the whole place that you will have 6 rulers. And since you were able to do plus and plus of the same region, then you will have to calculate if it now comes to the 6th region. You will not do the same plus in the same way you calculate the year to come in that year. That means one person, only one person will be ruling all these people instead of 6 persons to control them. You see that the analysis you give become expired, because I might not say it's bad though, become expired. So the only solution for you to understand that if we can make a region to work where we are small, and we will have still made the region to work if we are still under region, because the brain, that's why those who understand this language say, brought up a child the way he will grow, so that if the way he will go, if he grow, he will not depart from it. If that we are still working on this region, the East will have been developing what do you people now call technology. They will have grown up in their technology today. We the South, if it is this our this thing that our people are not doing, because that is what they know now, they will tell you they are content creator, a 1,000 laugh. They will have developed more on this 1,000 laugh. If it is the other thing that the other one are creating, those are the imaginary, they will have create more whatever they want to create. A region will have divided power small to the people, will have reached them inside the villages. Okay, so it is not by being a state, you still have everything. If you are still in a region, you still have exactly what you have. You have your parliament, you have your community, whatever, in your comfort. So region did not take anything away from your hand. Rather, it add more. Did you think if it were in region, this Fulani that is disturbing them in your village, in your forest, is disturbing them in your road, disturbing them in Nakure, did you think we, the Niger Delta, will have not drive them away? Because you will have remembered that when we were been there, we don't play. But when we have become a do and debtor, because one man from Abuja divide us. Today, everybody are playing. Fulani is driving, my grandmother is driving, your grandmother is driving the one that is selling in the market, driving the one that is selling in the whole market. So you will have remembered, I think when we were a region, we will always put stop to that. Okay. So thank you.
Thank you, Odua. But this thing past 1 minute, just in case. So you they owe us you they owe us like 11 minutes. Anyway, that is what you have excess. So thank you very much, Ferreira. Since you've been hearing us now, probably you must have known what is on board. What is your take? Your honest opinion? I don't want a question of you want to correct this impression. Just tell us your honest opinion on what you think the way forward, Sha.
The way forward. Okay, now, first of all, we do not have true federalism. What we have is a unitary state, and we do not have a nation, because to have a nation, the power of that nation will be derived from the people. Here, we have set up a system whereby we have a monarchy system where the president is king. So definitely, we have to, if the British fought against that and they love their queen, we have to get rid of that nonsense. Power centered in Abuja is not going to work, particularly for about 350 ethnic different dialects. The power has to be derived from the people. And here we are, we're going making mistake. We're copying people abroad, like the United States. We say we're copying their democracy. They have a federal government, right? And their constitution is the supreme or the highest law of the land. Now, no law may be passed that contradicts its principles. First question I want to ask you, educated people, particularly the ones among us that like to just argue for the sake of argument. What are the principles of your current constitution? Do you even know it? If anybody knows, when I'm done, you can tell us and educate us. We are here to learn. Secondly, a constitution should be a living document because it can be amended over time in any nation, whether you're practicing communism, capitalism, or socialism, or you are North Korea. So, for example, those we're copying the United States. In the United States, their constitution is divided into three parts. The first part is the preambles, which describe the purpose of the document and government. The purpose of that document and the purpose of the government. Do we have that? Second part, they have 7 articles which establishes how the government itself is structured and how the constitution can be changed. The third part of that constitution is the amendment list, changes to constitution. The first 10 are called Bill of Rights. Now, the founding fathers of these people maintain 3 main principles. And I asked you that question, if anybody can give us, what are the principles of the Nigerian constitution? Tell us. In number 1 out of those 3 basic principles is the inherent right, or the right that anyone living in that geographical space has. That is number 1, the citizen's right. It surpasses a governor's right, a president's right, a judge's right, or anything. Number 2 in that principle is self-government, or government by the people, and that is explained like this. If I don't give you consent, you don't have right over me. If you take your right over me, that means you're raping me. It's just like a issue of man and woman. If I don't give you consent, if I don't say, this is how I want us to live, or this is how I want us to share this bottle of beer, or this is how I want us to share this woman, or this is how I want us to share this Coke. If you now come up and tell me how to share that Coke, you have violated me, you have raped me. So that's that self-government principle. Very important. People are knowledgeable. Then the third one, very powerful. And this is where the ones you guys are talking about, the separation of powers, or the branches of government with separate powers. Nigeria doesn't have that. It's like a jungle out there. It's the rule of man. It is not clear what the duties of a governor is. It is not clear what the duties of a local government chairman is. In the states that you're copying, it is very clear what the function of the mayor of Chicago is. Very, very clear. Nobody can dispute it. It's in charge of the parks, the schools, these. Then they have another layer called the county. It is very clear what the county president is taking care of. He's taking care of health, these. Then you go to the state. It is very clear what the state is taking care of. State budget, the police, and all that. When I talk of police, even Chicago in its lower level has its own police because it's a government on itself. That principle. So Nigerians are copycats. We do copy and paste without adequate knowledge of where we are going and what is the purpose. And because we inherited the white man's greed which came to take things from our land, and the tribe that was smartest among us, I didn't mean that in the real sense, I'm just being satirical, that hijacked the power from the white man during that second coup, July 1966, and has held that country in bondage up till today. The people that did that now tells you the rules. From 1999, they know that constitution ain't taking us anywhere. In 1979, they know these things, but because they want to fulfill that Usman Dan Fodio's principle of taking the Quran to the ocean, they persist in this madness. To the point that if I went back to today's discussion, I was amazed when you all were discussing the issue of telling us how to weep for Buhari. I heard shows part. For us to even be sitting and be talking about how somebody tells you how to cry, it shows that they have reduced you to the level of non-human, and you have accepted it. Okay. Not even a slave. So let me stop there so others can.
Okay, Ferreira.
One last example. You see, these issues are so fundamental that to the fact that in the US, the states had a problem. I want to tell you, what led to an American Revolutionary War. The states were functioning under articles of confederations before, but the article provided very little guidance to the states. So in September of 1786, there was a meeting in Annapolis, Minnesota, Annapolis, Maryland, where representatives from New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Virginia, and Pennsylvania met to see what could they do about trade barrier set up among the states. This system of government set up the Articles of Confederation, but did not regulate trade among the states, and therefore it needed to be changed. So when there are contradictions between laws, responsibilities, duties, and rights, a constitution should clearly spell it out, not a crazy judge in Abuja telling you that Abuja is no longer necessary for a president to be declared president. We live in a jungle, we live like animals, and those who call that place a zoo are not wrong.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ferreira. From what you've said, I can easily hazard a guess that because maybe you must have heard what Professor Zekom and the committee, the Patriots, are doing.
Go ahead.
So, or they want to do. So I believe you should wish them well, because what they are trying to do is to go to the foundation of Nigeria, which is the constitution. They need a new constitution. So everybody will support that. Olumide, I didn't say this one where they say open
Hello.
where is the noise coming from? Okay, Olumide.
Hello, CM. Hello, Ferreira. Hello, everybody.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, Olumide, what are you going to tell us? You've listened to what we've been saying.
See, I'm not going to tell you anything different from what I've always mentioned each time I have an opportunity to come and speak to the people. You understand? So, I mean, with due respect to Black Panther, to Michael Sekomedi, our Leonard big brother, or our Leonard daddy. I mean, Black Panther. You can quote Professor Zekome, or whatever you want to call him. For heaven's sake, you can quote him or quote Wole Soyinka or quote any. You should be able to, as a human being, think for yourself. What do you think is best for you? What do you think is best for your people? Don't come and tell us what one professor of law said. Nobody should force anything down anybody's throat. Nigeria is made up of over 300 ethnic groups, different nationalities, different cultures, different religions. For God's sake, don't come and force regionalism or that is the very foundation of the problem we have. This very constitution that is a lie from the beginning. We the people. When the people never sat down to do anything, and then you want to come and force regionalism down people's throats. Don't we ever learn? Don't we? And then some ethnic nationality will stand up tomorrow and say they were never a part of it. Over 300 ethnic people. Gather everybody together. Let us sit down on one round table. Let them select representatives among them that will represent them. Let their chiefs, let their obas, let their kings, let their aces, let everybody come that is known to the geographical entity in that space. Professionals, civil society organization. Let everyone be represented. Let us come together and fashion a new document that will bind all of us together. We will not get a perfect document when we all sit down, but just like the American Constitution says, in pursuit of a perfect document, in pursuit of a perfect constitution, we can always
Yes,
amend
for a more
and
perfect
change
for a more
for a
perfect
more
union.
perfect union. That is right. That is why America is the greatest country in the world today. They are not ruled by any king. They are not ruled by any queen. They are not ruled by any lord. Everybody is equal.
But
Every man is equal.
Olumide, I wanted you to get this far before I tell you. That is what Professor Zekome's committee is all about now. They said every ethnic group, if you listen to his interview on Arise, every ethnic group will come. They will now form what they call NRC, National Referendum Commission. Whatever they do, that commission will now conduct a referendum. Each and every nook and cranny of Nigeria to
I
agree
beg
on
your
what
pardon.
they...
One moment.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go on.
before Ozakome, we have Rotimi Williams. Ozakome is not something special. There's Rotimi Williams who gave all this constitution that we are suffering with. Thank you, my brother from Canada. I'm with you.
Okay. Olumide is attending to something.
But
So
the likes of Rotimi Williams are part of those that put us in the problem we are in now. Because they know.
Thank you, my brother. So thank you. So why is Ozakome special?
Because they were guided by the boys of the July 66 school. They were following
the same thing is happening. The same thing is happening now.
Pereira, hold on. Let on our politics they talk. Let them talk. I they join Ezekome with the other man.
Please.
You just bundle people together as if they are the same thing. What are you saying?
No,
the problem is I am not saying they are the same thing. I say Ezekome is not special. It's not special. I'm not saying they are the same thing. It's not special.
What warrants your speciality now? What warrants that language? Did you say it's special?
Let me finish
people, it is them people. It is the same process. It is the same process
I said the professor of law, constitutional law. He goes to pass you.
It's okay
this
now.
Is 2025. This is 2025.
Go law school,
Nobody
go
cares. We sabi.
So Ozekome can be a professor of law.
Listen now.
Ozekome can be a professor of law.
1 minute. Listen, 1 minute, CM. This is important. When there was mutiny in Abeokuta, Ibadan, and Ikeja in 1966 July, you understand? And they had this 3 days meeting. It was the likes of Rotimi. When these Northerners said it is Arewa they want to go. That is what they want. It was the likes of Rotimi Williams that told them to stay, for the Muritalas and them and these deadly July 66 people not to take you into plane and go be what they want to be. It is the likes of them that handed over Nigeria to people who captured only 3 cities.
Under the influence of the CIA. Under the influence of the CIA. Yes, I agree with you.
What I read, what history taught me was the British, not like the lives of Rotimi.
No, they were there at the meeting.
Rotimi was part of
the No. See, that was in the 60s. The 60s, Americans were taking over Nigeria colony.
Okay, hold on.
Please, can I finish my thought? Please, can I finish my thought?
Hold on, Ferreira, you asked for a minute.
USAID was here in 1963.
Which one now? If I don't feel respect me now.
So let me finish my thought. Germane and fundamental to that society developing is the very that document, that article of association. Whether you call it article of association, as most companies when they are found, is defined by, is what would define all of us together, different ethnic background. And it is what will determine our future together, how we will treat each other, how we will respect each other. The mistake that Tinubu is making now, as a Yoruba man, it's the same mistake that these Fulani oligarchs did when they forced Abdul Salami constitution down our throats and put in elements in that document to favor their region. And it's bedeviling the country today. Now, Tinubu wants to do the same, with his Yoruba Emilocom. I'm a Yoruba person, and I don't want a situation where another ethnic group, 300 ethnic group, a minority will come back in the future and say they are cheated. We want all of us to sit down and form a united country on the basis of equity, fairness, and justice. So that what will then happen from that moment on is that we will begin to make the constitution a better document.
But
You understand?
if you want to look at it, the people
So I don't want a situation where Tinubu is secretly going around and trying to make a document for the people that does not belong to the people and selecting people who think they are smarter than the rest of us.
see,
You are
in
very right.
Nigeria,
You are
in
right
Nigeria,
there.
shut it
Very,
down,
very
shut
right.
it. The people who are allies working with the Fulani enemies who do not want Nigeria to work, I'm telling you, let's be honest, let's eat the nail on the head. Most of the elites working with the Fulanis are actually from the southwest. They are actually helping them make their vision come to pass. And this Marcus Zekome and his group of elites, what they're trying to do right now, I can tell you that it's going to work, but it's a bigger, tougher fight for that to happen, because most of these people right now, they do not want regional autonomies, because they know that the way it is now, when the power is only from Aso Rock, that gives them more right over the resources of the entire country. And giving the Nigerian people right to actually have their country and their destiny in their hands is what they're fighting against.
God bless you.
Thank you, my
God
brother.
bless you.
God
That's what
bless
I'm
you.
saying since that was the
That's
pathway. I
it.
don't understand.
No, that's what we believe in now. We are right there. We believe in that.
How
Yes,
is it going to
you are
achieve?
right.
That's what Sally just said right now. How you achieving
Yes,
it?
now.
Wait. You see, in the end, our differences in this thing is not really clear cut in terms of maybe divergence of opinion. I've understood some might be saying because of some are expressing fear that this might happen this way or this might happen the other way. Some are also saying that if it's done very well, that is what it should be. Now, because of the situation Nigeria is now, because of the situation, because I always like, if we start to go into the history, maybe who was responsible to that? Okay, somebody must be responsible. What do we
No,
do
but
now? And hold on, the Englishman will ask you, where do we go from here? That is what I want us to be discussing. Where do we
good.
go from? Where does all these things leave us? We know
Listen,
the history. Depending on the
Okay.
version of the
Okay.
history you
yeah,
know,
we said
where
this
do we
situation, man.
hold on?
Can
It
I
is the
respond?
ordinary
Can
people who
I
believe
respond?
just a
Okay,
minute.
okay,
You continue.
okay. Let's
It
do
is
it.
ordinary
Let's do it
people that
this way. Let's do it
Like,
this way.
fear, your question,
Hold on.
your
Teobala, hold on.
So
Teobala,
hold on. I may go round now.
please, yes. Teobala, 1 minute. You have to be very, very concise and then to the point.
yeah, I'm not talking too much regarding this particular.
World War III, please, 1 minute. After that, 1 minute, then Black Panther, 1 minute. We come back to Saleh. Oh, Saleh, we sorry, 1 minute too. Then that will please let's just be gentle and then because we want to learn. No more. I don't want to blame this or scoring point off each other. You waste time. Because we are learning. If you don't agree, you know what the other person says. You have to counter it in a very civilized, enlightened way. Thank you. Teobala, start.
Yeah, it's very simple. I've said it before now. There are some regions in Nigeria who don't believe there is another way to harness resources. Like I keep saying, one of the greatest resources you can ever talk of is the area of human capital. So there are still some persons in Nigeria or some regions in Nigeria who just believe that oil, we must have a control over it. Now you are not bringing a regional government, which I believe they will not support. Are you getting it? So talking about a regional government at this present time with the led Ozekomen and all of that, which I believe is okay, but to some extent, what is the pathway of achieving that one is very, very, very difficult, because the Tinubu government, as we speak today, will not even play to that card. Tinubu government will not play to that card, and it will want to down to the tune of the north, whether you like it or not. And those people from the north, majority of them doesn't like regional government. And in order for you to achieve that, you must push somebody to the central that will do the bidding of the people. Otherwise, we are just talking because we know politics and all of that for talking sake.
Okay, thank you very much. That is your opinion. If I may not agree everything you say, but that is your opinion. That's okay. World War III, Please, 1 minute to the point straight so that we know where we
Good.
are.
You said to the point straight. I think anywhere, any society, they learn to define their own future. There's a saying that says people are very more you want to have more people. Now let's do that direction.
Your network is bad, Oga.
Ovie, hold on if you don't mind. Ovie, your network, we will come back to you. Just don't worry. We will give you another 1 minute. Just sort out your network.
Okay.
Then Black Panther 1 minute, please.
Okay.
So that.
I think here we'll all agree that we need a nation and we need a new constitution that will take in all the ethnic groups. We all agree. We all agree also that we can either go regional or we go a way which any one of us can postulate. It's all about you bring it from a program, then we look into it and vet it. And whenever you people hear about somebody is a constitutional lawyer, it's not a piecemeal, and it's not an ice cream that you can lick. Education is not something you sit down on the internet and you do and think you understand. You have to go through someone to get it right. Wisdom is available, but the understanding, that is where you have to go through someone to make it more bolder to you. So I will not relegate a professor that define itself in one particular area. It's like relegating a doctor that because you have agbo to drink, then we should leave the doctor. So you don't put everybody together. He has brought out a fact. He has laid down the condition. He set up an avenue where we can vet it, we can vote for it. He said this is how it's going to go about. It's just something that is bringing forth by a group of people for us to scrutinize and see if it will work out for us. So if you come down here and say no, we are just doing ourselves a disservice. That is why I said don't allow Nigeria to go through you. Rather, you go through Nigeria because you are going to dictate your pace, and now you are going to go through it. And that is what we are talking about, the Constitution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sir Lewis, I hope everybody is taking note. Sir Lewis? Okay, but why you are not? Ovie, are you ready now to take your 1 minute if your system is good?
I'm ready if you guys can hear me clearly.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you clearly now. I hope it doesn't happen again. Continue.
Okay.
Fire on.
Way forward, right? Then we find our step. We are still struggling to be independent. Now, the argument we are having is literally between American system or British system. That's what we are arguing. But we need to still go back small. When I talk about population and level of education is very important. Now, the same regional government, regional style of government of the British, now govern us, Nigeria, now govern the colonies of America back in the days. When America get their independence, you know what they did? They said no. Because as at that time, the power that governed the British and their colony is stayed from three places: church, state, and the royal institution. So we are House of Lords, House of Commons, and all that. So when America getting their independence, they say no. You have too many educated among all these colonies. We can forge ourselves together. We can't necessarily go with the ways of the Queen. That is why they did what they decided to design their democracy, that the power should come from the people, should come from the colonies. That's why up to today, the president of America no fit do anyhow for Texas. Matter of fact, they were going back and forth. They won't go war because of border. That the president don't have right over his state. That is because they say the colonies are educated enough to prejudice their way. Now, listen to what Ferrari was trying to talk about. What led to war was the fact that some section of the country, in the name of regional, they don't want to apply to what is obtainable in the center. That's what led to the civil war. So now, coming to Nigeria, we're talking about the executive measure, disadvantaged people. Please, this is 2025. If you are intimidated with doctoral or those bullshit, that is you. Don't project your fear on other people. Now, book now then read. 2025, we get access to that book. All these ideas, human being, you only don't know what you are not interested in. Now, educated people, now they be the rich me willing. I don't give all this constitution. Today, this same Marcus Zuckerberg, they are under the influence of these so-called rulers. because we know they feel afford to pay them. Now the people they pay them are ready to work. Now talking about regional government, if Southeast is going to be 200 million by the year 2050, are they still not going to be complaining that somebody is dictating for them from the region? Let's look forward. We are growing, so the system should diverge. We should not be saying, oh, because somebody go Harvard, get PhD. No, that's not how society works. The people that wrote American Constitution, not be all of them go school. Some of them are farmers, bloody civilians and military guys. Now they converge, but they have reason. They know what they want because they went through hardship together. At this time and age, me wait there also Edo State. I go see they wait for one person, one regional leader, wait there that Port Harcourt for me to live my life. No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen unless that dictatorship like the way China they run over for people now want to go do them. Everybody use India the example. Have you studied how India system work? It's complete like that of America, which is what Ferrari was trying to say. With the practice half-baked democracy. The reason why they don't want us to practice fully, it is because of the benefit. Because it has to be breaking down. It has to be breaking down.
Please. Thank you very much.
So those nations should have their way to run themselves, to run their government, run their economy. Then get even talk of protection. Then we'll make an alliance with the federal government. But how they should ban themselves, how they should use their resources, how they should use their people.
Your network will go down now,
Okay, thank you, Ovie. Actually, your submission was like a third divorce of a
Dr. CM, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
If I don't want this thing, I want it to flow. Just note your question. The next person, so that I will have to be after Lewis, you've spoken, Black Panther, Tiobela has spoken. Odua, 1 minute. Then we go to
Thank you. Make you use my time to answer this question. Ovie. Those states and Abuja, which one is more closer to you? Or Port Harcourt and Abuja is more closer to you? If the person there, you want to wait for him to come and give you instruction, and Abuja to give you instruction, which one is more closer to you?
Sorry, my brother. I'll make an answer. If you are from Edo State, I am disappointed because we are not known to be people that
okay.
We are one of the
answer question now.
Hold on.
Simple question.
Do you know why? Wait, Black Panther, I can handle this. Ovie, do you know why? You know, I said let us correct and do in love. You remember when I said it, so that we'll be intellectual. When you start going that is now, then it will be you versus
no, I'm not my brother. I'm not my brother. No.
Listen. Even
if you talk about an insult, I'm sorry. I don't want to insult you. Sorry.
I know. Even if the question he asked, he might to you or to anybody, he might feel it is, but because of he has the right to ask his question. You might turn it down and say, well, I don't want to answer it. It's as simple as that. Or you might say, we all know, even him knows which one is nearer. Anybody from Edo State knows between Abuja and Port Harcourt, which one is nearer to Edo State. We know it. You can Google and know the distance. So we know it's just certain things, it's just rhetorical questions.
I'm sorry the way I approach it. I didn't mean to either consider or insulting. Now, my brother now, what I'm just trying to say is that in the 9th century, Edo State, Edo Kingdom was one of the most civilized, politically, economically,
we are not talking of kingdom. We are not talking of kingdom. Which one is more close?
I am answering your question. Let me finish it. Abba.
Ovie, you don't want to answer. Because if you go to court, they said, are you guilty or not guilty?
People can govern themselves better than that is what not trying to give is very perspective.
It's okay.
Now.
Okay, thank you. You say by the power Niger Watch gave me, not me. I overrule every question now. I want smooth selling. I want intelligent discussion. I don't overrule. Hey, wait, let it be. I blame Niger Watch for that. I don't overrule every question because the thing is becoming this thing. So the next person to speak is Ferreira. Please, 1 minute. If you still have something to contribute.
Okay, thank you. Let's start by saying that, as usual, some people just want to argue to hear themselves speak and confuse issues. A British, America, or any part of the world does not practice the system we practice in Nigeria. What we practice in Nigeria is a total abnormality, is economic sabotage, is salvagery, and it is insane. So nobody should come out with any theory and try to say we are doing something. Anyway, move on. What is the way forward? The way forward is it's like a military strategy. First of all, they say politics is war and war is politics. When you go to war, is an extension of politics. And when you're not at war, you're still at war. You understand? So that's what politics is. And we have not gotten it right. There's no question about that. The way forward is to focus on the three key aspects of our issue. One, the collective silence, which is not calling a spade, not calling it the way it is, listening to the likes of NTA, to the likes of Arise, to the likes of Channel, to the voices of our ruiners, and then not saying anything back, just shaking our head like slaves, collective silence, and then getting so frustrated with the Nigerian system that we totally tune out, although justifiably one should be tuned out. Number two, after collective silence, after we deal with the issue of because the country belongs to us, so we all must talk. And the people who are telling us not to talk, we need to confront them and put them in their place. They are not more Nigerian than us. Number two, the concept of these enemies within. We are enemies within among ourselves, those who misunderstand the problem, those who want to mischaracterize the problem, those who want to purposely obstruct the problem, those who want to confuse us, those who want to distract us. The enemies within, we have to start putting labels on them. We cannot, because we are so sensitive to the sensitivity of an idiot, allow the worst among us to rule us. When they come out and come to the mainstream, we need to call them to order. We need to let them know what they are saying is garbage. It's not a question of opinion. The opinion is not mainstream, that is not to the benefit of the people, should not be made mainstream. Number three, the big man. But we cannot face the big man because he's so powerful and strong. So we cannot face him directly. So we have to divide our army into three, our instrument of strategy into three. One is that addressing the fact that we are not silent. That's the collective silent part. Two, attacking the enemies within. Those who call intellectuals so smart, but will spend 30 minutes and say something that absolutely makes no sense. You know, that fella puts it very concisely. He said, he talk Oyibo pass English, man. The type of Oyibo they talk, common man, if you understand. They are the enemy within. Those who are telling us we are doing well. Those are the enemy within. Those who are telling we are not doing too badly. Those who are telling us that there's corruption also in England, in America, in Japan, in China. Those who are telling us these things to soften the load of our failure, of our ineptitude, of our incapacity. These are the enemies within. We have to divide our army to attack those too. Because it's only when we conquer those that we will all now have a louder, bigger voice that we will now direct at the big man, which are the likes of Obasanjo, Tinubu, Obedience wouldn't like this, Obi, the big man. So the battle we are fighting on who rules us is targeted towards the big man, who is on one side and we are on the other side. That's why Dele said, do not die in their war, because it's us versus them. But if we don't plan, if we don't strategize, if we don't do the right thing, we cannot, we have to face the enemies within, so that when we and the enemies within are on the same path, then collectively we can now have a collective voice and say, Mr. Big Man, you can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Now we see the light, so get out of our life.
Okay, thank you very much, Ferreira. But to me, the way I see you, you are not on the other. You are on the other side. You are not on our side in terms of class. Sure, you know, but that is by the way. Olumide, Are you still with us?
Okay, so for me,
sorry. Oh, CM, explain why you say that quickly.
No. I mean, you think say you be poor man? You not be poor man, and
I know. I'm part of the problem. That's why I said collective silence.
Okay.
The way we, the elites, have been dealing with the problem from 1960. We've been silent.
Okay.
While Fela was talking, we rather attack Fela and say he's smoking weed rather than face what he's saying.
Okay. Thank you very much. At least, Olumide.
Okay,
Olumide is Tinubu's schoolmate. No, let me introduce you for those who don't know. You and Tinubu attended the same secondary school. The thing is, Tinubu attended the school.
I agree with you,
Tinubu graduated before the school was established, but you can't graduate after the school was established. That is the thing. So thank you.
Well, okay, thank you for the introduction. I'm highly honored to be affiliated with a certain Tinubu, but obviously not that one there right now. But I just want to say, you see, I'm just going to be straight and direct. We don't have a country. Now, you've asked the question, where do we move from here? See, the solution is we have to summon up courage. Everybody in that geographical location, all the ethnic groups, all the owners of the land, indigenous people, have to summon up courage, come together and form an article of association, a document that will bind all of us together. Whatever we want to do it, but the major problem or the major obstacle facing us. See, they told us a lie. In 1999, they told us, let us just work with this one. And over time, we will amend, we will, through elections and the electioneering process, through the democratic process, make the necessary changes that we want, and things will resolve itself. Fine, in an ideal situation. But what they've done, what they did not reveal to us is that they were going to hijack the system. So they've hijacked the criminals right now, have hijacked the system. Criminals, people of shady characters from every nook and cranny of that space have hijacked the system, and they have prevented real change from taking place. So the real major problem facing us is not the fact that we need a new constitution. We all know that that constitution is a big problem, and that without a real article of association that we all subscribe and agree to, we can't move forward. But the real problem facing us is that they keep forcing fake elections, fake democratic processes upon us, despite spending billions and billions of dollars, I won't even say naira, on electioneering processes that never take place. At the end of the day, they write the figures. So the space has been hijacked by criminals. That it will happen in 2023. It happened in 2023. It will happen in 2027. So that's the real problem facing us. So criminals have hijacked the space. How do we take back our country from those criminals? That's the question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Olumide. Now, because I think if you look at the time, I think it's coming to 5 hours. I don't know when Niger Watch will intervene, but be at it, maybe 6 minutes more. It could be 5 hours since we started. What is there is that now, please let's just be fair to each other. Who has something? Wait now. Who
5
has
minutes,
something?
5 minutes.
Okay,
5
yeah.
minutes.
Thank you.
Can I say something here? I have something to say.
Okay, yeah, please consider others.
See,
just
just 1 minute. Thank you very much. You see, what we have here is people are skeptical and they lack understanding. And Mr. Ferreira broadly explained how a constitution should look like. They did not foster on that to build their own mind on it. Somebody asked on the comment section, is regional government a resource control? That was the question he asked. And I told him it's a resource control, because power is being given to the region. And the region, there's the other sector that makes up the region. Power is given to that fragmented section that makes up that region. It's not that the premier take control of your resources. You take control of your resources. You give to the premier. You give to the federal might up there. That is how it flows. So there is a flow of resources down. You pay your tax, and there's a tax body that divides the tax to the federal and the region itself, because you, the last man, you are in charge of your resources. That is how it flows. So understanding is what we don't have.
Yeah, we understand.
Because all our politics is playing a game but many of us don't know the game he's playing. He does not want any of this system, but he wants a federal system.
Can I have my 1 minute?
Okay, it's okay. To about 1 minute, please, because we are low.
I will end on this because it's good whether being practicing regional government, federal system of government, whether we like it or not. And there are other states also practicing federal system of government, is working for them. We have other practicing regional government, is working for them. It's the people who are involved in this practice that matters. In all, we can talk all we want, the benefit of having regional government, the benefit of having a federal system of government. But the problem here is the fact that who is going to ascend to this regional state or whatever, you know? So that we not have, because I find a problem here among us Nigerians. We at some point talk out of the main problem facing us as a country. We are talking about regional government that is going to sign by Tinubu or who? I don't understand. And these people are there looting our resources, impoverish the whole society as a whole. We are here talking about a regional proposal and all of that as if it's new. It's not new. We should find a way to remove all these evil government away from this power and let somebody that will answer to our own pride or whatever. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Black Pan. I mean, sorry, Tiobala.
I also want to mention quickly. I don't mention quickly that see, this regional system of a thing, people, it's. I mean, let's be. I mean, the educated ones among us. Let's think reasonably. It has passed its time. It has passed its prime. You understand? In 19, if they had allowed the regional government function the way it's supposed to function, the Middle Belt broke out away from the Southwest region. I'm sure if they had allowed it to function democratically without the first coup, I'm sure we would have broken down into many regions. So it's past its prime. Please, they should stop all this regional shit they are talking about. It's just a way to balkanize people and group them where they are not supposed to be. Stop this regional shit you are talking about. If they let us sit down, form a constitution, come together as a people, let us decide where we want to be. If the certain set of people say they want to be here, they want to be in this, that's why we need to sit down and talk and form a foundation of what the country should be like.
Okay, thank you very much, because I think about 2 minutes. So thank you everybody who has spoken well. But what I want most importantly, please, because I know tomorrow wherever we meet again, let us always go home, take whatever we discuss here on board, research it. It doesn't mean you can come next tomorrow or anytime and say, oh, the other day I was proposing it, but I've now had it. Tiobela, I will assure you, somebody will sign it into law. Everybody is getting tired though. I know your fear is that regional government or whatever constitution, who will sign it, who will do this, somebody will do it, but you never know. It is true that we may look at Tinubu as this thing that happened to all these things happening now, somebody can change. I remember somebody telling Tinubu that, write your name in gold, the thing Dr. Fakbo, that when he was carrying this regional structure, very beautiful, the way he did 9 regions or 7 regions all over the country, and then telling the way to devolve power. Something more just have to give. The way we are, it's not working, it's not favoring anybody. But then what do we do? Niger Watch, all the best. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate you all, my people. I've been here listening to everybody's submission. Wonderful submission. Disagreement, argument here and there. So whenever you guys are arguing, I can see some people were calling me on the comment section that I should have it. You don't call me like that. Sometimes that's why it is called panel. Just allow people to be free to express themselves, how they feel about what is affecting us in our country. Some might be speaking in your direction, while some might be speaking opposite your direction. As long as we give you the opportunity to counter people like that, that's not a problem. I also want you guys to understand that me myself, I they learn from Una most times. Me not be Odunga, I don't know as I want to describe them. I'm not better than anybody here, nobody's better than me. So sometimes when I sit back like this, I listen to how you guys put your words, how you argue some things about politics. Person not know finish. So I will also learn from that. So that talking sometimes within ourselves is very, very important. and so that we have somebody that can counter us, argue with us, and tackle our submissions. But one thing that we must understand is that we all are fighting for how Nigeria can be better, where you and I can benefit from it. Even though you and I know at this moment now, nothing is working, including the one that is supporting satanism. And those of us that is fighting how the country can be rescued from the hand of satanic individualisms. So nothing is working. Fortunately, for those of you thinking that things might start getting better anytime soon, you are dreaming. It doesn't look like anything that will get better anytime soon. Look at Nigeria 10 years ago. Look at Nigeria 9 years ago. Look at Nigeria 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. Then enter the month, last month ago. You see that instead of it to be getting better, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. I'm telling you. So we'll try to continue to try our best. My only fear now is Peter Obi, because I don't know what they're trying to do to this man, because there's a video that I put together just now while you guys were talking. That video I'll play tomorrow. Some kind of statement that came from Peter Obi on that particular video is enough for this satanic set of people to fight with their last blood not to let this man rule. Yes, because they don't like anybody who say the truth. I don't know if Peter Obi, if he forgets himself there, to let them know some kind of plan where he gets. Because normally me, I know my principal, I'll be pretending for a while. Sometimes I say he's too quiet. Yes, he's a quiet man, was born to be like that, but in terms of her giving him power, I don't think Peter Obi is quiet when he give her power. I'm not sure on that. No, I'm not sure. Because Peter Obi be that person, Peter Obi the verse inside them. But I don't want to talk on that area. Some of the satanic people, you are here listening to us. But I just hope they allow this man to get the ticket. Two things I'm hoping for and I'm begging God for. ADC should give Peter Obi tickets. And they should allow Peter Obi to rule. You can see now that I'm not praying for Peter Obi to win. You see? So I measured the first one. ADC should give Peter Obi ticket. Then I now jumped the winning. And I went on to, they should allow him to rule. Because I already know that the winning is a sure. That is the height of the confidence, is a sure. They ever born that person within Nigeria, we want to compete with Peter Obi as of today. Say you will win Peter Obi on the field. Who you be now? Mention your name. It's not possible if it's not ringed like they did in the past. You understand? They gave Peter Obi 1 million or something for Lagos. You and I know, say Peter Obi gave more than 8 million for Lagos. You and I know that. He gave more than 8 million. So what are you talking about? So in 2027, they should allow Peter Obi to have the ADC ticket. To be honest, I don't really want Peter Obi to move to any party, except otherwise he's being pressured and pushed away. Then we can see at the last minute and quickly move on to another party that we know that might be suitable. I don't know. Depend. But if they allow him, if these people really want Nigeria to work, they should give Peter Obi the ADC ticket. Then, if these people allow Peter Obi to have the ADC ticket, that allow Peter Obi to rule, I will not have big problem about it anymore. My fear will reduce from 100% to like 2%. You see, that means I'll have 98% that they cannot stop him from ruling. You know why? Because of the lions and tigers that is right there at ADC. But if the same people in the ADC have been compromised, then they will be having some kind of satanic meetings never to give Peter Obi. Frustrate him. Mona not let him get that ticket. Mona frustrate him. Don't worry, I'll pay for everything. The money to pay for delegate, I will pay. I will do this. I'm not the person why they talk. I know they mention name. So they will frustrate them. The ticket not go reach you. You and I know Peter Obi will not pay $30,000, $40,000 per delegate. He will not do that. So it's only two things. If Peter Obi get the ADC ticket, it means that they are united. The ADC people there, they want Nigeria to be really better under Peter Obi. That means Peter Obi go win and he will be allowed to rule. They can't stop him because of the people behind him. Then lastly, if, for example, they don't let him get the ticket, Peter Obi move out of ADC to another party to go solo, Peter Obi go win, but they will not let him rule. You see, so everything is complicated right now. So if you ask me which of the options you now want, now because your options are about 2 or 3, I'll tell you that out of the 3 options that I have, is for ADC people there to unite and allow Peter Obi to get the ticket. That means Peter Obi will win and he will certainly be allowed to rule. But if he moves to another party, Peter Obi will win, they will not allow him to rule. That's my take. Quickly, sir, I need to press the button.
But Niger Watch, head or tail, why can't these northern candidates, why can't they wait for the next 4 years? Whether Tinubu won the second term is still 2031, power move up north, or they allow P2B to, or P2B wins and complete the 4 years. Why can't they wait? Because what pains me is not because Moechi or anybody from the south is contesting. No. What pains me is that the north, something like this Atiku, see, why can't he hold on? Why can't they hold on? It's only 4 years. Whether Tinubu comes second term is 4 years, or P2B win. Yes.
Augustine, what you are saying now is what I've already explained holistically. Hold on or no hold on, Atiku desperate or not desperate, all still falls under the ticket I'm talking about under ADC. If, for example, all of us on the panel right now 8 of us in this panel right now, we agree that this is what we want to do, we will pull mountain. But in the process of we agreeing that this is what we want to do, then Oga Ferrara will not be saying no, you know what like that. Olomide will say no, na another area you want pass. Black Panther will say no, all the politics will say no, all that, it no go work. So allowing to rule that you are saying that is not even the contention now. People that cannot allow you to get ticket will do everything possible to create some satanic, deceitful structure that will certainly affect you from emerging as the flag bearer. So have that in mind. That question you have, why can't they? If they really want unity, they can. But if they don't want unity, and some of them there, their mission is to truncate Peter Obi's progress, then they will follow that satanic process of zoning. Because no, in the state of the nation right now, tell me, waiting normally, a leader that want Nigeria to work at this moment now, waiting concern zoning. Normally, if we are honest to ourselves, Nigeria is not working, and we want it to work now. Then we just choose now, say the next person we want now, make it be the next president. Now, Mr. Odua. Now he go do one for us. So every other person, Oga CM, Black Panther, Oga Ferrara, Sir Louis, Tiobala, everybody, let's back him. Then he go work. But for what the other one come to say, me get this, I get that, I get master degree, I get whatever degree, I get Korean degree. We are not going anywhere. So this set of people now, the only way we will know, even though we know majority of them are part of the reason why Nigeria is falling today, but because they say giving people second chance sometimes is a good thing. If they are ready to embrace that second chance to see Nigeria work in their time, in my time, in our time, they should give Peter Obi. Some people listening to us now, some satanic side of people now might think, why must they give it to your principal? Must they give it to your because you choose to be satanic. No matter whatever that happens, you don't ever want to compromise. The funny part of it is that all of them who they talk, so we did ISDC, both the one with the call satanic, the one with the call our principal, all of them are where to do already. Have that in mind. All of them are where to do already. Anyhow, it fall. It's not gonna
So
fall.
Elvis, sorry to interject you. So where I want to come in here is the fact that I agree with you, but I don't entirely agree with in the sense that we are saying the same thing. But what we'll ultimately see, we are not practicing what we should rather be talking about, I think, is fine. You are focused on the one principle. You understand? Because we are looking at the players on the field that potentially will want to contest against him. And it seems to be the most credible. That I will admit. But we want a process that will choose somebody that the people want. It doesn't matter whether it's Obi. It doesn't matter whether it's Lagbaja.
No,
It doesn't matter.
Mr. Olumide,
We want a
Mr.
free
Olumide, I
and
beg. Mr.
fair
Olumide,
electioneering
Mr.
process.
Olumide, Mr. Olumide, please, if we want to be honest to ourselves, there's no process. You and I cannot get that genuine, organic, truthful process. You
So what
know
is the
that.
guarantee that even if Obi gets there now, if you don't have a working process, what after Obi, when Obi leaves, what happens? Everything can start and end with him. We must look
Let me tell
better,
you,
a better
nobody,
and bigger picture.
no. Everything can start with him, but it's not necessarily has to end with him. I agree on that last part. Between you and I today, Olumide, tell me who can stand with Peter Obi that will beat Peter Obi now. Let's be honest now. Who is that? Tell me that leader, that politician today, except a politician we don't know yet. If it's the other one that we don't already know their names, which one now? Let's do free and fair election. Are you going to tell me even the incumbent government now, Tinubu can beat Peter Obi? Can Atiku beat Peter Obi?
That is what we are saying. We are saying the same thing.
Beat Peter
Elvis,
Obi?
we are saying essentially the same thing. We are saying that the way it is right now, it seems to be the most credible candidate of all the candidates that are out there now. If see, the reason why more people that are very credible, that could even do a better job, you understand? He's not the only Easterner who can do the job. I mean, I'm not no disrespect to him. He's not the only person who can do the job. There are people who are credible who can come out and do the job and hand the vote of the people. If they campaign well, if they because we don't have a fair electioneering process. You understand? See, this process does not start and end in one
But
day.
do you know that if that person you are talking about, Olumide, comes out in 2027 and Peter Obi is also coming out, many people will not focus on that person because we will not have the time, the chance, the patience to recognize that person. It might truly be the God sent, but nobody will have the time to know you. You see, that way the problem will come. Abi will not want to do free and fair. So everybody will want to focus on Obi. So that God sent, so we go come. Nobody go see him. Nobody go notice him. So there's no way that person can surpass Obi in 2027. When we talk him when I mean I do boy. So that make me they talk. If now Igbo man they talk the way they talk so. Therefore don't say no man now because he be Igbo man. No.
Elvis,
Let's
see,
say
the
it
reason
well.
why I'm saying this is because see the country as a whole is even bigger than the presidency. See, this evil pervades every system of our society. From the local government is supposed to be the unit block of the democratic process where people are supposed to start feeling the essence of governance. But they are not feeling it because the people at the top don't allow that to take place. They choose and select who will be chairman. And all they do is collect salaries, share allocation. So they don't feel that. It is from that unit of the building block of democracy that changes begin to percolate and people begin to feel the essence of governance in state level, then federal level. You understand? People hardly talk of federal level. Federal in a civilized society, in places where democratic work, federal focus more on big things like the army, protecting the integrity of the country, you know what? But we are talking about like where I stay now, I stay in a province. The province is like the equivalent of a state. We hardly even talk, we hear anything about what the province does. We feel governance more at the local level, the local council level, we call it city. The city is the equivalent of the local government level in Nigeria. That is where we feel more of the governance, the property taxes, even the electricity we talk about, even so That's what I'm saying. The process is supposed to. So it's from that process that we choose. When people don't perform better, they know that the people are waiting for them in the next electionary cycle. Somebody who can argue to use the resources of the people a lot more wiser in the best interest of the people, then he knows that he gets voted out. You understand? That is how America got to where they are today. That is how Canada got to where they are today. That's why UK got to where they are today. They allowed those changes because not people who are stealing money, forcing themselves on the people. And we don't see any change. Since 1999 till today, over 25 years now, my generation has seen no change. And it's going to continue to be the next generation, next set of kids we have.
Niger Watch.
All right. No, I need to go now. Everybody cannot just be talking.
Just 1 minute. 1 minute.
Quickly.
The reason why we are here is because we want a change of the system. And when we say a change of the system, it means there is a process towards that change of system. So when we come here to say we want a change of system,
that means anybody the change selectively picked, we should work with the person, right?
no, if there's a change in the system whereby you and I can vote and our vote counts, we can put anybody to come in and test his popularity, his ideal, then we vote. That is how things are done. But what people are doing now is that they don't want to see the face of a man that is articulated broad economic terms, what is going to use to prosper the country. Rather, they want to go towards their popular candidate, Atiku. Right. That is what most Nigerians are doing.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, I would like us to round up right now. What I'm seeing right now, and according to the submission of Mr. Olumide and Black Panther, it shows that as long as Tinubu is out of there, anybody else that will come in, you don't mind. That's what it looks like, because that change of a system will give you anybody, right? They will continue from where we are. So that's what you guys want.
No, a system is the constitution that we are saying, not this one we are using.
What I'm saying is that
I don't know what the people are saying is rubbish. I'm sorry to say, it does not make no sense.
If the people who run the system allow the people choose who they want, the people are smart, they are sensible. Maybe, for instance, the last 2023 election, Obi would have won.
Wait, Mr. Olumide,
if they allow the system play itself out, Obi, but some people are sitting down and telling us that we don't want an Igbo man to be president.
Olumide, we don't have a system now.
Hold on now.
We don't want
please.
Want to be president.
Hold on now. It's okay. It's my time. Nobody should unmute again. Thank you. Let me tell you guys something before I hang up right now. All these English people are speaking is all are inconsequentials. We need a system that can. Those are inconsequential. Do you have the system right now? Don't you need the president first that will put this system in place to be functioning before that system can be working prospectively? Do we have that system now? We are talking about let's go ahead together and just choose this person, let's support this person to Buna. Say we should go through a system. Which system? Which system
God bless you, Mr. Evie. That's what I'll be saying. No, the guy is Ozekome, whatever they are talking about. Let's propose somebody instead of talking about regional government and all of that.
Some of us we only talk for you. God bless you. Don't waste energy. They talk. You are talking about a system. Are you telling me that there will be a system will be put in place before election? Who want to put it in place? Nobody. Bring somebody that will give us that concrete system that will be functionable, that will be that will work for the country prospectively. When I say no, make all the candidates go through a system. Let the system selectively choose the person, then we work with the person. That means we are going to continue from where we are. No matter your long, all of you now, your long with Black Panther, people, both of you are just saying rubbish. Unfortunately, all due respect, rubbish.
Niger, what I will make a special request. Maybe you have to consider it. I will need a key, so that when you hand over to me, if it becomes like I will put some people bad for toilet or for bad, I don't know. Just put, that I thought to maintain decorum. Today it was so hot. We wasted time.
If I give
In
you
the end,
key, I know they put people for backstage for here.
me I go put. And because of I need the key. No be say, because
our
of
people
that.
go verse.
I made them verse. Na new regime. Because no be say they do it with malice. But if you come see say you there back here, when you come in, you go mellow. But all this one because when people
You dey talk something when they say you no go fit vote, make the vote go through. That is how na spoil you like you spoil Nigeria.
I beg, give her the key because really people
You
really
dey talk
need to
only
be
if
put
you
on
only if
blast.
you be the bridge. Only if you be the bridge. Somebody go talk something when they say they wrong. You know if you talk, you have sold that message to the public. And how you go to retrieve it back?
You
So
go. It's better give her key, make fit dey put even Black Panther self. If the argument too much, make the fit put her for backstage.
What? You go don't they know the culprit. You go don't they know the culprits now. Sure you know.
People were there, they come. You know somebody where they come here, they support Atiku. You know here and since. What do you talk?
See, Black Panther no be like that too. If person wants support Atiku, supposing they support Atiku and they okay, well, thank you very much.
I appreciate you all, my people, once again. Thank you very much, Black Panther, Oga CM, Saluis, Tiobala, Mr. Odowa, Oga Mone Ferreira, my brother Lumide. God bless you all, my people. Those of you that came in that already left, I appreciate you all. Those of you that supported the channel today, Kingston Geraki, Blessed Lady, God bless you all. Those of you that called into the show today, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Mama HO started the call. I'm grateful, man. Thank you very much, everyone. Right on the comment section. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. Appreciate you for all that you do. Thank you, Abu Azi. God bless you. Honor Politics. Thank you, my brother. You were here. Thank you, Tony Africa. Davison. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, and Peggy Modi. Thank you, Light in the building. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate every one of you right there. We've come to the end of this broadcast right now. Join us again tomorrow, 7 p.m. Let's continue to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Nigeria is not working. Let's continue to speak truth to power to see how we can help ourselves. But if we continue to jumble around, it's not affecting the satanic elite. Rather, it's affecting you and I even more. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm calling you all the time. Let's speak truth to power, regardless of whoever that will be offended. As long as you know in your mind you're speaking truth to power. Don't support any candidate based on you love them. Support them because you know they are the one that can give you that better Nigeria that you and I want. In all of them that you and I already know today, the names that you and I already know today, none can give us that better Nigeria except Peter Obi. You might think I'm biased, but I'm telling you. But there might be more people that can give us better Nigeria more than Peter Obi, but we don't know the names yet. But in those that we already know the names, I'm not saying it's only Peter Obi that can give us a better Nigeria, the whole Nigeria. Those we already know the names, it's only Peter Obi. There might be lots of them that can give us better Nigeria than the name. We don't know yet. They have not emerged. 2027, some of them might come out, but are we going to have that patience to recognize them? That eyes to recognize them? Say, Naim be this, because Peter Obi is what majority of Nigerians, concerned Nigerians, are craving for right now. My people, I hope you enjoyed the curtain. Good night. Bye for now.
In this world, all of us today in motion. Everybody there in motion. Moving to our various stations. As we there in motion, make we do good to ourselves, yo. Make we do good to our neighbor. Before we reach our station, every walk gets paid. Every walk gets paid. Every walk gets paid. I make a dey fear my God. I make a dey fear my maker. Whoever will come and go and song, organize. pay.
Everyone get paid. Whether not good or work, nobody work.
Every work get paid.
Whether not good or work, nobody work.
I make a dey fear my God.